voter that we're going to maybe have on today?
Today, you know,
From LKQ?
The supposed lawyer that called yesterday, and you got a little mad yesterday.
So LKQ is one of my suppliers, and he actually brought it up
No,
first.
we like LKQ.
I do too.
No, it's not about LKQ.
Right, it's the LKQ engine that the
But
guy
he didn't do it properly. I mean, LKQ is not going to stand by and something some asshole buys and doesn't do it properly.
It has to be installed by a licensed repair facility for their warranty to be legit.
Is he a licensed?
No.
Hello, everyone. If you're tuning in early, how you doing? What's going on? It's Friday. Thanks for being here. You get the inside scoop, for sure. My ensemble today is a polo shirt, faded blue jeans,
We stayed in our trailer, so I didn't get
Banana
to see
Republic
that.
shoes.
We stayed down the hill.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Down the hill in the trailer, so I did not.
When you say down the hill, you're really not up a hill, are you?
We're up the mountain, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What town?
Wait.
Big Elk Meadows.
You don't live up there, do you?
We live up in the mountain.
Oh, you live up there and then come down to
8,000 feet.
For some reason, I'm thinking you live near your shop. But
No.
Where is
how
that?
much of a drive to your shop?
1 hour. 1 hour to the shop.
Is it worth it, brother?
I love our house. I really do. My wife doesn't like to drive as much, but so we're gonna sell this year, I'm sure.
Sell the mountain place?
Sell it out now, yeah.
Now, where are you? What county are you in? Up there.
Larimer.
Okay.
Larimer County.
So where is it? What are the big crossroads up there? The closest crossroad?
The best way I can describe it is if you know where Estes Park is and you know where Lyons is, then we're directly smack dab in the middle of those two. If you were to draw a straight line between them, not even
Lions and what?
an inch to the right or left. Lyons and Estes Park. Some people know it more as Winter Park, or
Do you guys get any fire close to you?
Not yet. Thank God, knock on wood.
Man, our network rocks up here. Dan, compared to iHeart.
Oh, does it?
Can they hear us already?
They can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the. I got to throw that camera over there, but I'll throw it over there on you.
No, it's fine. I didn't get too shot up this one. 30
So, we're on camera and on audio, even when we're not on the radio. So, Dan, don't talk about your ED or anything like that. People don't need to know it.
That's true.
My recreational product use. We'll keep that to a minimum.
My honey, she just texted me.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Why did I do that? Why?
Mr. Kimmer.
I hate
Mr. Vic.
launch program.
Hey, you're the owner, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So was it Kimmer and you just didn't want to change the name, or?
No, it was B&M.
Where does Kimmer come
It's a
from?
long story.
Okay.
Well, here's what happened. His ex-wife is Kimmer, but here's what happened. He worked for a guy that was on my referral list, and the guy went downhill fast, had personal problems, came in here drunk one day. I'll never forget that. And the guy was just fucking crazy, totally crazy. He came in here literally like this. Like, did he think we didn't know? And I'm saying, have you been drinking? No, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, you need to leave. And then he kills himself, right? He blows himself away. And, by the way, in his day, he was good at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he was working. He took over.
Oh.
Names it after his ex-wife. Well, she wasn't your ex-wife.
She was my wife at the time, yeah.
Yeah. And then he said, hey, if it's okay, I'd like to continue. And so I said, sure, because he was the one running the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his demons, that's for sure.
So your wife's name was Kim, I take.
Yeah.
So how do you like that for history?
That's a good story.
I know all my people.
Yeah, we do. It's a good story. Those are good stories.
We have, God, Alaramas was, these businesses grew with, there were companies that were, okay, Plumline Services were a couple of vans and Jeff Belk in his garage or something.
You know what I think?
Not really.
I first got on your list. We were quite literally living inside our shop with our firstborn. My wife would go to the churches to get the boxes of food for free food. I mean, that's how.
Wow, you were
We started from nothing. Our shop did not exist, and we did not have 2 pennies to rub together. And yeah,
That's cool.
now we're, you know.
So you went to school for being a mechanic, right?
No, actually, I guess I was born with the abilities, yeah.
And then you just got all the certifications and stuff?
I started out at like a Pep Boys, like a chain, you know, doing batteries and tires, and then moved up to alignments after 6 months, and then from there a full flat rate tech, you know, a year in, and then I went into the Air Force.
Oh, you did?
And so I had some official training in the Air Force for mechanics and electrical.
Cool.
And I did a semester at CSU for electrical engineering too. So that really helped me with these modern computerized vehicles.
Don't you think our high schools are terrible not pushing people to tech schools and stuff?
You know, the trades are suffering for sure. And
I tell you,
it's a shame that
it's the school's fault because they basically say that if you don't go to a college, you know, you're not going to be anything.
And there are people that are gifted mechanically that, you know, will be better off in a trade than they probably
Plus
would.
They move on, like you own a business and stuff and all that. I tell you, and it's a liberal way. I don't know what your political is, but and then that's where all the huge student loans come from. It's colleges, it's not tech schools.
Yeah. And since the government subsidizes them, they got a reason to encourage everybody to go, right?
Yeah. No.
Wednesday, Thursday.
So let's just like make sure everything's good, Tom. There, that's your. When you talk, I put it over here. That's you right there.
Oh, okay.
But that's all looks good, right?
Oh, yeah, and you can do it without the dash too.
Okay.
If that makes it easier for people, because I have.
You should never have a dash ever.
Yeah.
I will.
I want to get you a new. It's okay, but what is it? What is this on the website?
Handsonautotech.com.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. You don't need the dash.
But remember, you never need. You always should have other URLs. I'm going to come up with one for you.
I've got 2.
What are they?
Well, I've got the hands dash on, and then I've got the regular hands on without the dash. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm thinking of looking like, you know, what auto repair, Longmont, stuff like that.
Or yeah, we'll come up with something.
Northern Colorado repair, something like that.
I like to do what's called a handle, and then make it uniquely yours. Like, you know, let Al fix it, or you know, fixmyhome.com. FrankRandRealEstateMan.com. Let's see what else. But we can come up with something really fun for you. It'll be fun. What are you doing for your URL now? Your website? What is it now?
Transmissions number.
God damn, that's good. You did transmissionsdenver.com.
And I have
Still like handles. That's not a handle, but that's one of the best names you could have organically.
Yeah.
But I like handles. I like unique handles. And you can almost always get a unique website with a unique handle because no one else thinks of the handle. I'm going to think of one for my personal injury attorney. Personalinjuryco.com, not bad. But John Fuller, we need to do something that says automobile accidents, period.
That line 4, I've already checked with Bonnie. Bless you. She's on a flight, so just wanted you to know because I figured you're going to be asking me to get Bonnie for that one. And then find that guy that
Do we
hates
have
me.
anyone else we can get?
I can try. You know the guy that hates me that you were going around with yesterday? We're getting all that on right now.
We're getting him on?
Dan's calling him, So
The guy that called us, or his friend, or the one who was actually involved in the case?
involved, Shane Cruz. So I don't know for sure he's coming on, but Dan's trying to. Less threatening than me, I guess.
Okay, where's my spot sheet? I need something to do. I need the spot sheet. At least give me someone to start with.
And clean every day with Polident. Available.
Start with Centeno Schultz.
Thank you.
Yep.
Are they twice today?
Yeah, then the
Oh,
Polident.
okay, good.
Oh, Tom Martino, the
Oh, then I'm
troubleshooter.
going to do Flexident because that's card deck. Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Today is Car Day. This hour brought to you by Flexident. Yes, Flexident of Colorado.com. What is on your mind and how can we help you? That's what I ask each and every day. And on Car Day, we do mostly cars, but we never have a one-topic show. I have some experts in the studio, and we'll get to them in a second. But Flexident, how do you go wrong? You don't. If you have paintless dent repair, if you don't have any paint damage, don't even think about it. Flexident, that's the place. Flexident of Colorado.com. They're top-rated with the Better Business Bureau, top-rated with me, referralist.com. For big jobs, $500 discounts. They can get you in right now, cheaper, better, faster, or better, faster, cheaper. 303-619-6273. 619-6273. In fact, we have some cars over there as we speak. We love these guys. Okay, so it's Car Day. Let's go to the phones. But as I said, anything you want to talk about, we can talk about. And we have some complicated cases as well. We have a discussion here. Tom Maggio's with us, Hands-On Auto Tech out of Longmont.
Great to be here as always. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you, man. We have Jeff Vick, Kimmer Transmission. And turn that on and say it. Oh, it's not. It was on. It's not. Hold on. Oh, I know why. That one. Has it been fixed, do you know? Okay, then you have to turn that one on and off when you talk. There you go.
Good morning, then.
Yeah, we have it plugged in over there. All right, good. Yeah, we were having trouble with that input, but I digress. Let's get to the phones. Now, this is a weird one. Do we have the one up right now, Suzanne?
No, give me a few minutes on that. Can you take 3?
Yeah, I will. I'll take 3. I'll take Ray, who was waiting yesterday and got on for a little while, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. What's going on, Ray?
Yes, I've got a problem with the apartments where I live. I went in and I had some bugs in here.
Okay.
I guess they turned out to be bed bugs, and
wow, that's terrible. That's terrible.
They came in and sprayed a couple of times, and then last week they sent me a bill for $300.
Yeah, that's what's weird. That's what's weird.
I wasn't aware. You know, they've sprayed for other stuff.
They can't listen. They can't just bill you unless it's in the lease. You say they've sprayed for bed bugs before. Is that right?
No, not for bed bugs. For other stuff.
Before.
Yeah, and I never got charged. You know.
Then why this time were you charged? I mean, you must have just asked them flat out. Why did you charge me this time?
They said it was in my contract. I don't have my contract with me. I'm gonna have to get a copy. But what happened was they sent me a bill last week for $300, and I didn't have it, so I couldn't go in and pay it. And then yesterday they sent me one in for $460. So you know, I went in. They told me, well.
But they're answering the question for you, and we have to do it too. We have to just, honest to God, we have to see. We can call and say, where is the proof?
And you know,
I mean that. Yes, they say it's in your contract.
Yesterday, they sent me another bill for $460, and I went in there and I said, "Well, you said $300 last week." He said, "Yeah, but you didn't pay it, so we put $75."
Well, that's bullcrap.
Fee.
That's bullcrap. They can't
and
just
$10 a day.
Oh, they can't do. They can't do that without some kind of pre-agreement. They can't just arbitrarily start adding fees to you.
Well,
now, Ray, we have two problems. Listen, we have two problems. What are they? The first, is it allowed, the charge? Did you agree to it, or did they warn you? That's the first one.
No, they didn't warn me.
Well, okay. I'm just saying, these are the issues. The second issue, what's the second issue? Can they add finance charges? No. Not unless they have some kind of an agreement. So we need to call them, Make a note of this. Let's just ask them if they can provide us with the contract. They don't have to, or you have to go and you have to dig out your contracts. Ray, no matter what you say, those are the two issues, okay? One, can they prove it with a contract? Maybe we can have Deputy Dan call Suzanne. Just say this. If it's a part of a contract, let us help you. Show us the contract so we can explain it to your tenant. So, Ray, if they can provide written evidence that it's part of the contract, then we have the second issue. Are they allowed to charge finance charges? It would have to be part of that agreement. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Chris, what's going on with you, Chris? Chris, hi.
Hi.
What's going on, Chris?
My ex-husband, about 18 months ago or a little longer, moved about an hour and a half away, and we have 50-50 custody. And in the divorce decree, it states that if either party wants to move from where the kids go to school, we go to court. He did not tell me this, and so I had researched attorneys and got an attorney to just make the modification that while the kids are in school, they stay with me, and then like he'd have 3 weekends of the month, and I have 1, and then during the summer we continue 50-50.
So hold on, he's 1.5 hours away?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, an hour and a half away. What you're asking for is a modification of parenting time and allotment, or you're still going to keep it 50-50, but you, no matter what, you want a modification. Is that right?
Right. I just didn't want him, because he's moved other times, and I don't know until after the fact. Right.
Does it say clearly in your decree or parenting plan that they must get permission to move away?
Move away from where the kids reside, like for school. Like, I guess it does. It says in there that we have to go to court. It's the general information, I suppose. So, in other words, he can move all he wants. You can't stop him from moving, but he can't expect to take the kids. See, that's what I'm wondering. You know, I'm confused. Does it say you can't move? If you do, you don't get to see the kids? Or does it say before you move, you got to do this, but what if you don't? You know, I don't know. Without seeing it, there's no way to know. There's no way for our attorney to give you an accurate opinion. So what exactly are you asking? That'll help us, too. What are you asking? So I guess what I'm asking is, with all of this going on, when we first started this 18 months ago, I just wanted to modify it so my kids weren't traveling so far. Right. Okay. And if he's in agreement, that's cool. Is he in agreement? Well, he wasn't. But then what happened was, then he threw his attorney. We went to a modification, but then that modification got thrown out in court, and now I have contempt charges. Wait. Hold on.
Man, that was a big jump.
Yeah, that was a big, giant leap. You said you got a modification. What was the court
I'm sorry, not a modification. We went to mediation.
And what happened in mediation?
Mediation just stated that we would keep everything, I guess, 50-50, except for if the kids weren't going to be able to, I don't know, go to a school event or whatever, that I would have them, but that we would communicate this between each other.
I don't understand.
What's the contempt for?
Wait, don't jump there yet. I don't even know what mediation did. He moved an hour and a half away. What did mediation say? What did you agree to in writing after mediation?
Well, we agreed to that at the end of mediation, we agreed to that I would do the Monday through Friday.
Okay, good. And?
He would have his weekends.
Okay.
But then the summers and the holiday schedules would stay the 50-50 like we had before.
Well, that sounds like what you wanted.
But...
Okay, hold on. Monday through Friday, Mom. Weekends, Dad. Summer, half and half. Sounds wonderful. Now what?
So either it was the day that we went to modification or the next day, his attorney filed with the court contempt charges.
For what?
Well, he said that I didn't tell him who the kids' doctors were, which isn't true. They've had the same doctor since we were married. That I Didn't tell him about counseling that was court ordered.
Okay, so mediation, the contempt has nothing to do with the agreed mediation. It has to do with additional things.
So when I had to go to court for my contempt charges, the judge threw out the mediation because the lawyers didn't file it correctly.
So the judge said, you're in contempt or not? That's what I need to know. Did he uphold
So she just read me my Miranda rights, told me what the outcome would be if I couldn't prove.
She said you have the right to remain silent and all of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then what? Did you get jail time?
No, because I haven't resolved that issue.
Okay, so hold on. She said you're charged with contempt, and by the way, mediation is not going to be, you don't have to follow the agreed mediation, right?
Correct, because...
Okay, I don't care why.
But how can we help?
Okay, yeah, so now, at least now I have a logical thing. Your husband moved away, X. You had a mediation. You split up parenting time. He filed for contempt on other reasons. The contempt led to a hearing. The hearing is still up in the air whether you're in contempt, but the judge said the mediated agreement is out the window, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes,
okay,
sir.
And when was that mediated agreement thrown out the window?
In March, I believe.
And so what were you supposed to do then? Keep with the old plan? It reverted back to the old plan, right?
Right.
Okay, and what was the old plan?
That Wednesday to Wednesday.
Okay, gotcha. And it's up to him to get him to school an hour and a half away. It's not your problem. So now, where do we stand today? Hold on, and we'll come back and find that out. That's what we need now. We have all the background. We don't have to repeat one thing. We just need to know what to happen. What happens now? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Simply Floors, Inc. is simply savings, period. You want to save money, you go to Simply Floors. You want designer services, you go to Simply Floors. You want people who will communicate directly with you, you want the owner to have a say. Faster, better, cheaper, Simply Floors, Inc. They love people, they love doing business. 52nd and Ward is the showroom, southwest corner. Go see them, or Simply Floors, Inc., and schedule your in-home appointment with all the popular floor coverings. They have all of them that the big boxes have, but cheaper. It's that simple. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Bad lawyer. I don't even know what the hell she wants.
No, she got contempt charges because he didn't file the mediation right. The lawyer.
Are we sure she had a lawyer?
Yeah.
On southbound I-25 near Alameda, that's been
Did you call to see if that apartment house? Did you call to see if that apartment house has any?
No.
I'm just curious if they have any. Tell them we want to help them explain it to him.
In fact, I didn't hear anything else.
Well, here's what it is. They sprayed for bed bugs and charged them. He's never been charged for bug spraying before. They say it's part of the agreement. Not only did they charge him, but when he didn't pay, they're adding finance charges, $10 a day. Well, they can't do that. They have to have some kind of agreement. They claim they do.
It's probably.
Let them help us.
It could be in the
Let them
lease.
help us. Please show us the agreement.
How come Ray doesn't try to get the agreement, or doesn't he?
He said they told him he had one. He can't find any agreement. Do they have an agreement?
What time are you going to be
We'll
able?
avoid a lawsuit.
Monday, you here at 9?
Yeah, I will be.
Can you be here at 8:30?
Oh wait, I got my kids.
I know.
No, I can't be here at 8:30. I don't think.
Can you be here at 9?
Yeah,
For sure.
Pretty sure.
Well, I got another attorney. Okay. So we got one more Monday, one Tuesday, then we'll decide.
Okay, but what's your initial gut feeling here? All right, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound cutthroat, but sounds very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Kitchen done, they do the
Yep.
bathroom free, and they tear out and
I'll be curious what the other ones sound like.
artofgranite.net.
I didn't like one part. I would really.
That's 303.
I got I did.
Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 630 KHOW. The Consumers Real Estate Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on 630 KHOW.
Are you having a barbecue or going to one? If you're gluten-free or have gluten-free friends, don't limit yourself to just eating the burger or the dog without the bun. Let gluten-free things put the fun back in the bun without the worry of gluten. Freshly baked breads, buns, and more at Gluten-Free Things Bakery in Arvada and online at glutenfreethings.com.
Finally, a solid, reputable solar company you can depend on. I'm happy to recommend Cam Solar with more than 3,000 solar projects. Protect yourself from increasing utility rates, add value to your home. No
Your brother still lives on Oahu?
Yeah.
Oh, we can get tons of tips. He knows all the best shrimp trucks and everything.
The best what?
Shrimp food trucks. And
Shrimp food trucks. Hello, McFish.
I've been out there 3 or 4 times.
$1.99. Buy one, get one free.
he said we will get robbed in that rental, so we need to, he'll give us tips.
What do you mean get robbed?
He played pro ball for a while.
I bought all the insurance. It's the only time I bought insurance on a vehicle.
He was coaching at one of the
It covers everything.
school of mines.
Is that because Hawaii?
Jeff, why will we get robbed in that rental? Tell Mark.
Because they hate the Hollies, man. They know those rental cars.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's like Mexico.
What does that mean? They'll steal them?
They'll usually steal the contents.
So is it
Steal the what?
They'll break the windows. Is what I do.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Plumline Services is offering an extraordinary deal. You got to listen carefully. They're giving half off, okay, of the air conditioner when you buy the furnace. As if that's not enough, and it is. It's great. They're also doing this. If you mention Martino, you get an extra $1,000 off the furnace AC combination. If you only want the furnace or you only want the air conditioner, you'll get $500 off plus the other deal. You know that half off, you'll be credited. So, you got to call for details. In addition to all of those savings, you get $1,500 in addition to all of that in utility company rebates. 0% financing if you want it for 12 months and 10 years parts and labor warranty. PlumLineServices.com, 303-586-1086, 303-586-1086. Okay. We got Chris. Quickly, we're going to take, today is car day. We have Hands-On Auto with us and Kimmer Transmission. We are going to go to our experts for car problems, so call with any car problems on car day. But as I said, we don't just talk cars. There is one thing we're going to talk about. When you buy an engine that's been rebuilt or remanufactured from a legit place, can you depend on the warranty? Not always, and there's going to be a reason why. And we're going to talk about that coming up.
Is that jerk that was screaming at Suzanne?
Cussing at me.
Cussing at her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And then his friend called. I told to go to hell because his friend said, well, you don't have any right to do this. But anyway, we'll talk about it. Just wait on that. Okay, so what happens when you have a 50-50 parenting plan? The guy moves an hour and a half away. You mediate a settlement. The judge throws out that settlement, which is fine. They can do that. They can do that. But now she's facing contempt charges, not on that settlement, but on other issues. It's safe to say this is a contentious divorce. So right now, I don't know what the issue is because the mediated agreement's been thrown out. She's facing contempt charges. What else is going on, Chris? Let's not go back, but go forward. What else is going on?
So this week I received an email from my attorney stating that my ex-husband is getting another home, so he's going to have 2 residences, so he can be close to the kids, which is great. I appreciate that, and but they won't agree to, in the new order, that we put a clause that he can't move the kids away without notification. He just wants to put 24-hour notice, and that the kids can't be moved, be further than 30 minutes from school. But they also want me to plead guilty to my contempt charges and pay his attorney fees.
Okay, so that's not unusual for them to want attorney's fees. It's not unusual for them wanting you to cave on contempt, and it's also not unusual to negotiate notice time. I mean, first of all, get over your husband moving and notice and all of
Right.
that. It doesn't even matter. I mean, I'm going to tell you in reality, it doesn't matter because he still has to take him to school. He still has to do all of that. Otherwise, you can show it's not in the best interest of kids, and it gives you actually a reason to modify. But let's talk about what's really bothering you, and I would be bothered too. You shouldn't have to plead guilty to contempt unless you truly feel in your heart you were in contempt, and certainly don't have to pay for attorney's fees unless anything you did is egregious. Now, you're going to say, no, it wasn't egregious, and no, I wasn't in contempt. So what were you hoping I would say? Chris, I want to help you. I really do, but in a case like this, this is normal. This is normal to have these disagreements. And I know exactly how you feel when you get a notice from this attorney, the other attorney, or your husband, ex-husband. I know divorce is terrible. Terrible. Especially with children. But what were you hoping we would say to you?
Well, I guess I am just needing advice because I'm not getting anything.
So you don't have an
from
attorney?
my attorney. Well, no, I have an attorney.
Then you need to fire your attorney. You really do. If you're not getting information from your attorney, you need to fire your attorney. I mean that sincerely. You need to fire your attorney. Ask for a continuance and get a new attorney. Where are you in the state or in the nation?
Northern Colorado.
Okay. Why are you not getting information? Give me an example. One piece of information you want that your attorney is not providing. One piece.
I guess just timely information.
Like what? Give me an example.
So when this, so in October when we went to mediation, I was told that it would take 1 week for the paperwork to be done. And when I called back in a week, my attorney had then told me that about the contempt charges. And so...
and when were those contempt charges? When should she have told you about them? A week earlier or when? When were they filed?
Well, he said that he had got them a couple days after our mediation.
So you don't like that you were not notified immediately of the contempt. Is that right?
Right. And
now tell me, did that harm you in any way?
Well, no, it didn't harm me in the fact that there's been other issues over the years with my ex-husband, and it's not like I don't want my kids with my ex-husband. That's not it at all. It was just my kids with him moving such a far distance.
What does that have to do with your attorney?
Okay, I'm sorry. So then that kind of thing that I didn't hear from my attorney on.
On what?
Every time I have to contact my attorney on notification, what's the next step? What are we waiting on?
You know what, Chris?
Yes.
It's very common to have these frustrations.
Okay. Why don't you get a new attorney?
You know what, Chris? Even if I'm going to show you, if you get another attorney, you'll have the same issues. I'll tell you why.
I've never dealt with attorneys. I guess that's
let me tell you why. The number one complaint of all attorneys is lack of communication. The number one complaint. Here's why. They're dealing with 20 cases. Mm-hmm. You're dealing with one. You are sensitized, meaning the scab is open, somebody touch, ow! But you want to know everything first. You want to know everything right away. You want something that you'll never get. And I wish I could tell you that if you went to my referral list, you would get it. You won't. It's not going to happen because attorneys have priorities. They have clients. Now, don't get me wrong, Chris. There are some attorneys better than others. There are. And there are some that will be more attentive, but they will never rise to the level that you want in a divorce or anyone wants. I'm not talking about you being unreasonable. You're just like I am. I want what you want, but we won't find it because we are the sensitized ones. And unless your attorney is egregious and misses deadlines and hurts you because of it, you either stick with that attorney or simply hire another one or interview another one. It's, you know, whenever you switch cases, though, there is some ramp-up time that costs a little extra money. So do you know what the hourly rate is of your attorney?
$250 an hour.
Okay, not bad. Not bad. So, if you don't, is your attorney male or female?
Male.
Okay. Do you feel your attorney just does not have your best interests at heart? Do you not like him? I'm asking straight up. Do you not like him?
It's not that I don't like him. I just feel like he isn't doing like what he says. Like he had told me at the beginning that he understood and that if he didn't hear from him, then he would file the contempt charges on him moving away since it was
and he didn't do it. Chris,
he did not
Chris,
do it.
have
yes,
you
sir?
ever had to explain stuff to him more than once where
Yes,
he
sir.
forgot what you talked about?
Yes, sir.
Get rid of him. I don't know what to tell you. Get rid of him.
Okay.
And as far as family law attorneys, you want to know my honest to God feeling, and I don't know why. I'm just going to tell you I have the feeling I like female attorneys better.
Have her call Bonnie Shields.
On both sides, I like family attorneys better who are female. That's it. 303-713-TALK. Speaking of attorneys, Joe Lazzara is aggressive when it comes to criminal defense. Joe even has done some family law, actually. Did you know that? Yeah, he might still do it. I don't know. And he's dabbled in personal injury. But Joe is the kind of guy you hire when you've been accused of a crime. And mostly my audience, it comes down to DUI sometimes because people, they're not stone cold drunks, but they miscalculate. They're at a cookout, graduation party, whatever it is. And guess what happens? They think they calculated properly. I'm not going to go into my preaching, okay? Just remember Uber, Lyft, designated drivers. You need an attorney no matter what the situation. Guilty, innocent, falsely accused. You won't get through the system without him effectively. Joe Lazzara is my choice. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Look for Joe Lazzara on my referral list at referrallist.com.
I think she got a bad attorney, but
I'm really sorry about that. I really tried to make You got to come back screaming because people went to sleep.
Okay. So here it is, LG2.
So he can't do. He can do 8 a.m., which won't work for you because you got a kid. So you want to do it after the show Monday, right at 1, or do you want to do it Tuesday morning? No, Tuesday morning we got the other guy.
Doors and siding. Their website
Okay,
is
so I am looking at
That's
Monday,
the
they're used. They're all used.
He
told them as a manufacturer.
When it comes to ethics, to skill, and when it comes to standing behind their product.
You know, it's going to be 45 minutes.
Yeah. So he bought it in November. I don't know why that is.
December, January.
Monday would be the best. Monday would be the best.
Right after the show, I come
1 o'clock.
303-421-7100. KHWindows.com. Why don't you go to their website? You can make appointments right on the website. KHWindows.com.
That's where it is. But like I say, apparently that.
And then the only thing that they're going to cover is the purchase price of the engine anyway. So he's probably out all the parts, the time, the money he gave the guy to install it.
He said he paid $1,000 for the engine.
Right.
So that Shane's not going to come on, Tom. I left 2 messages with him. Tried calling him twice. He doesn't pick up.
That's all right. What's his phone number? The guy's a real bum. He's a bum!
Suzanne has it.
What's with these automotive guys? It's always automotive guys.
Oh, come on. It's the ones working on their house.
That's right. He is working on it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you guys will be selling stem cells out of the back.
Oh, come on.
Oil change with stem cell injection, $49.95. If you do it,
$149.95 if you want it installed.
And you didn't say it's from an animal or a human. The stem cells. You can take it from a rabbit.
What's that? No, you can't take stem cells from anything.
No.
Why? Who says you can't? Why not?
They're just stem cells.
Stem cells and stem cells and stem cells.
Are there any cases where animal donors work? I think pig valves, right, for hearts.
Right. They do bovine too.
Man,
they do bovine too.
Bovine blocks.
Heart valves.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Bovine.
What the hell's bovine?
Bovine is all the cow stuff. It's the cow family.
Divorce attorneys like
But
love bovine.
Wait, what's the pig family called again?
It's
swine.
No, listen,
and ready to fight.
I don't think that's the official name.
Well, they're definitely swine. He's saying they're more.
What is the family?
Well, bovine, swine, it rhymes. It must be the same thing.
Both swine. Don't get confused with Botox. Never get the pig injection.
Sude. Oh, no. That's literally the name of their family. No, wait, even toad, ungulate family Sude. Is that right?
Brent's going to do 11.
While receiving access to 100% of the home value, that's greater than any other loan program can offer. And even though
I guess they say Sude, whatever the frick. Sude, let's see what that says. Sude is a family of mammals. Okay, that's hogs, pigs, boars. It's Sude, but I don't think that, how's it pronounced Sude? S-U-I-D-A-E. Like Hyundai, Sude. I know it's day at the end. Like Hyundai. I know, that's what I was looking for. Sude.
Well, some family is
What's it about,
I
anyway?
almost would say it's swine.
The pig family.
Like swine.
Why are you talking pig family?
Because bovine is cow family. You know,
Hello?
cattle and all that. We wanted to know. We
It's automatically you think of pig.
It all started with stem cells.
Right? Definitely wants to do that with mechanics.
I wanted to inject Dan with swine stem cells to see if he'd start oinking.
I would oink anyway.
And then they were going to sell it out of the bag for $149.
Anyway. By calling 720-586-4006.
I bet somewhere in China there is, I would bet almost anything, there is full clones running around. People.
So have you guys talked on is accurate auto?
Yeah. No, in fact, they might come on.
I hope they come on.
Because we're hoping to get, what's his name?
What kind of car is it?
Oh, you mean the guy?
Yeah.
What kind of car is it?
Here's the problem, they only charge them $1,400 for the whole engine installed. I mean, what did they expect to get?
Hi, Tom
Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Centeno Schultz, remember the name, the first clinic in the country to do stem cell therapy, Dr. Chris Centeno. And stem cell for joints, stem cell for ACL tears they can fix. Here's the great news about Centeno Schultz. Because they're not a rip-off, lying, cheating, fake stem cell clinic like chiropractors have with amniotic fluid, because they are real doctors who use real science and imagery and harvest stem cells from you, if you're not a candidate for stem cell therapy, they will let you know. And they have other modalities like PRP. So here's the deal. Call Centeno Schultz for a true evaluation before you go to any of those others. In fact, I can tell you in general, when it comes to stem cells, avoid chiropractors. I don't know of any that use true living stem cells or other centers that do not have true MDs. Centeno Schultz, 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. Centeno Schultz. Okay, let's talk. And I will tell you that divorce almost never makes people happy. I mean, no one's ever happy with their attorney usually. Hey, Ken, what's going on with you? Hi, Ken.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Welcome to Car Day. What's going on?
This is our follow-up, and the guy won't come on. The guy that cussed at me.
All right, so let's sum the problem up. Ken, I want to sum the problem up first. You have what kind of a vehicle?
It's a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo.
Okay, it's a Jeep Laredo. Okay, so now you needed an engine, is that right?
Yes.
And you knew you needed an engine, is that right?
Yes.
How many miles on it?
Currently, there's, I think, about 132,000 miles on it.
All right, is that how many were on it when you brought it in?
No, when I brought it in, probably a little over 100,000 miles.
Okay, so you brought it in for an engine.
Mm-hmm.
And they put an engine in. What's the name of the shop that put the engine in?
Premier Cruise 4x4.
Premier Cruise. C-R-E-W-S. Like I'm a crew?
Yes.
Premier Cruise. Okay, so Premier Cruise puts an engine in. And what happened? What went wrong? How much were you charged for this?
Well, the engine itself was about $1,000, a little under.
Wait. How much?
The engine itself
Was how much?
Labor, $1,000.
For the engine?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, guys. Jeff Vick, Tom Maggio, have you ever heard of an engine? Was this remanufactured or rebuilt?
Yes.
For $1,000 in a Jeep? Has anyone ever heard of an engine being $1,000?
That price sounds used to me, or either it was remanded and installed
says used. They think it's rebuilt.
Okay, we jumped the gun on the invoice. So the supplier was LKQ?
Yeah, I have their invoice.
Now, LKQ is a legit supplier of engines, right, Tom Maggio?
We use them all the time. I'm very pleased with their backup.
What do they deliver?
They deliver a great product.
No, I mean,
they do used and rebuilt
engines.
They'll do used, remanufactured engines, all general car parts, radios, transmissions.
Good. So LKQ, you can get rebuilt, which is called remand, or and they, by the way, the difference between remand and rebuilt, let me explain that. Rebuilt is usually when you take your engine and recondition all of the parts and replace the bad parts and do it in a shop. Remand is when it's another engine and it is completely stripped down to, and everything is replaced that needs to be replaced or reworked. That's remand. Now, you knew you were not getting a remand engine, right or wrong?
No, he said it was a remanufactured engine.
Does it say that on his invoice?
No.
What does it say on his invoice, this Premier Cruise?
It says engine removal, installation, cylinder head.
And then what else?
EGR replacement, limited warranty.
It says
via LKG or LK.
Who bought the engine?
But hold, just wait one sec. We'll get to that. Now, they said the engine was $1,000, and how much was the whole invoice?
This invoice is very strange.
How much is the whole invoice? That's all I need to know.
$1,850 plus $1,350 from my best guess. Here, you look at it.
No, $1,850 minus a $500 deposit, and then so he owed a $1,350 at the end.
But the whole invoice was $1,850.
Yes.
Okay. So $1,000 for the engine and $850 for everything else.
No. He didn't include the price of the engine on that invoice.
Okay.
That's the other thing.
Okay, so it was,
I paid him $1,000.
Yeah, but you knew. But you knew this. He didn't trick you. You knew it was going to be $1,850 plus the engine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. So that's okay. Okay. So that's $2,850 total. Okay. So nowhere does it say you're getting a remanufactured engine. So what led you to believe you're getting one?
He had suggested buying a crate motor, and that was a little out of my price range. So he said he'd do some looking on a remanufactured engine.
Fine. But your invoice does not say anything about a rebuilt.
Well, that invoice is nothing but labor.
So where's the other invoice? Oh, here it is, for the engine.
But the problem is that invoice is from LKQ to this clown, not to this guy.
Oh, his name is Shane Cruz. Okay.
That's right. That's the guy that cussed at me.
So Shane Cruz, in fact, whether he cussed at you or not, is one issue. But the other issue is, did he do anything wrong? I don't see anywhere that Shane Cruz promised this guy a remanufactured engine. So
I don't see that either yet.
Do you see any warranty that he promised the guy?
He does on here, but he points to it's the LKQ warranty.
What does it say on there? Read it.
It says limited warranty via LKQ.
Okay. So it was really up in the air. So why do we assume that this guy was ripped off?
Because the engine went bad within a few months, and he would not return the call to for the warranty.
So we have an engine that was repaired, and he's supposed to have a warranty. That is the only issue.
When did you pick it up?
Hold on. Why we got involved in this minutia with LKQ and whether it was remand, new, used, doesn't even come into the equation.
Yeah, it does, because if he bought it through his company, not as an individual, this guy would have a warranty. Well, because he purchased it as an individual, he doesn't.
It's not a legit company.
Excuse me.
In my opinion.
All right, hold on. This guy did business with whatever company he did business with. Whether or not it was a legit warranty didn't even come into question. This guy did not buy because he knew. I mean, did you buy knowing all about LKQ and their warranty, and that's why you did it, because you saw LKQ quoted on that invoice?
I wasn't the one that purchased the engine. Shane was.
Okay, so the invoice that you have, though, says warranty. What does it say about warranty there? What did it say? Warranty
via LKQ.
Okay.
LKQ.
When it said warranty via LKQ, what did that mean to you?
That LKQ was backing that motor for duration of time.
And did you know what LKQ was?
Yes, LKQ is a reputable engine
and you knew that. You knew that at the time.
Yeah, he told me that the motor was coming from LKQ.
Good, and it would indicate that based on that. It doesn't say an engine's coming. It says he's repairing your engine. It says nothing about an LKQ engine.
Replacing,
it says,
not repairing.
Where
Tom.
Does it, okay, Mark then read it wrong.
Yeah, it says engine removal and installation.
What does it say?
Engine removal and installation.
Removal and installation. Where does it say they're putting in a new engine? Where does it say that? Oh, yeah, it says engine removal and installation.
Yeah, that's just the labor on that one.
But Jesse from Honest Acura Auto said that did have a warranty, but he didn't handle it properly.
Suzanne, this guy, whether we like Shane or not, and whether he's an idiot or not, this invoice says removal and installation. Then it says warranty via LKQ.
So Tom, look at LKQ's invoice. It shows the warranty.
This invoice has nothing to do with the customer. It has to do with Shane. Shane bought the engine. He resold it to this guy and claims he's going to get a warranty via LKQ. So, Ken did everything wrong. Is Shane a good guy? No, he sucks. He bought the engine as an individual and then resold it, thereby voiding the warranty. So what did he do? He defrauded him in one area. He promised an LKQ warranty and can't deliver. So, what is he going to do for you? That's where it stands. Hold on and let's figure out, what is Shane Cruz going to do? He sold an engine without a warranty and said it had a warranty. What is he willing to do?
No idea, Tom.
Because if he's not willing to fix it, I believe we can take this idiot to court and collect. I think he can get his money back because he clearly ripped him off. But I wouldn't go into, I thought I was getting a remand engine, I thought I was getting a new engine, I thought I was getting a used engine. That will sidetrack everyone. The point is, whatever he did was supposed to be warranted by LKQ, and it is not. That is his argument. We'll come back with more on that one, okay? Because that's the argument, and we have to drive it home. Become the Banker. You heard Joe on yesterday. BecomeTheBanker.info. I'm getting a lot of good feedback. Why? Because people finally listened. Now, if you want a safe, conservative investment, why not look into this 4% guaranteed plus 1% dividend that's been paid over the last 100 years, although the dividend's not guaranteed. It's all tax-free. You can borrow from this fund when you establish it. You overfund it on purpose. You're not investing in the life insurance policy. You're simply putting it in like a savings account with interest. That's what you're doing. And then you borrow from this and pay yourself back on purpose, more interest, borrow from it when you're in retirement as income, but never pay tax on it. BecomeTheBanker.info. It's that simple. Please go to that page, find out about a seminar, find out about a private session. BecomeTheBanker.info.
For the call. What is it? Well, their warranty, I'm on LKQs right now. On anything they sell is 6 months, 6,000 miles.
It's on the invoice.
This is 8 fucking months later. He's not even under warranty.
Can I see that?
This invoice has nothing to do with the consumer. It's Shane. Shane is the consumer. The point, though, is he's not even under
I
one.
know what you're saying.
Yeah, he didn't, not to mention he didn't buy it.
I know, guys, that's what I'm getting at.
Right.
But that shouldn't matter.
But at the end, yes, it's 6 months, 6,000 miles.
From November.
Generally, parts and labor warranties, you can purchase it.
November?
This is from November 21st.
So that's where it's from then.
So, yes, did he purchase the extended warranty?
No, and he declined labor.
Retirement can last.
But still, if he had approached LKQ within the 6 months, as long as he had the tags that came from the engine, they should have helped him out.
And when did the unit go down? Did it go down before the 6 months?
He's got to say, originally he bitched about it in February as a starter.
So I told Jay and Faye, I said, we are not communicating with you anymore until you tell me who we is. I want names. She put, we told you this is how we talk. The we is Jay and Faye. Sorry, but we have talked this way for over 30 years.
So it is only one person?
It's only one.
Oh my God, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. There is someone that has been communicating. We thought they were two people because they always say, we can't stand these guys anymore.
Because I said, we are not going to talk to you anymore until you tell me who we is.
Just like Jimmy from Seinfeld.
Oh my God.
Jimmy doesn't like that.
No, it's even worse though. It's not third person. It's inventing a third person. It's fourth person.
We don't like that.
They called up for help on a parking issue. Got towed. Next thing you know, because
she's a mutant.
Next thing you know, she wants to come pick at us.
Because our handicap signs apparently aren't right
That one,
there.
that handicap one, listen to this.
I told the lady, we are not communicating anymore till you tell me who we is. Give me names. And Mark, read what she wrote back.
We told you this is how we talk. The we is me.
The we is Jay and Faye, but we have talked this way for over 30 years.
It's one person. They must have someone in their fucking head or a little bird on their shoulder.
A mouse in their pocket. Wait,
we is me.
We is me.
We is one
30
person.
years, Tom. We showed
Tell
up
me how
last
confused.
week at our
We are going to pick at you. You would
threatening
think.
to picket us.
You would think, oh, there's multiple picketers, but then one shows up. That's we.
Corey says she kept saying we, but it was only one person. That's how we figured out.
We are here to see Tom.
We. Can you imagine? How many people for dinner? Just we.
Her stuff is so confusing.
Oh, no shit.
The address, I'm trying to
No, I mean all of her stuff. And she just throws all this stuff on there.
Yeah.
10
When
pictures.
posting on most job sites, you get candidates.
I'm the sales director.
I'm going to go to small claims court just to see.
But when you post on Indeed.com, you get the candidates just right.
Go to small claims court for what?
Just to see what not to present your case like.
Who's also fluent in Japanese.
Oh, you mean to watch one? I'd go Yeah, if you really want to see a bunch, though, bam, 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 back to back, I did Denver.
Oh, by the way, the pronunciation is Sudi.
And actually, most of them are night court.
Sudi.
Really?
Yeah. Which they say that's probably why everybody, when they yell for the thing.
When he took his car in, did he take it to a house?
It's a house.
To a house.
Well, we assume it's a house because the engine got shipped to a house.
Who's we?
That's what we.
Me.
I mean, that's what I would
We
ask him
answered
too.
that.
That's what I would ask this caller is, did you drop your car off at a house or at a repair facility?
That's right. And then why was the engine bought in November, but the contract was signed in January?
And he's got a California phone number.
Excel Energy is making some pretty huge claims.
It's not
Did it take him 2 months to fix it?
California phone
But a
number.
lot of folks don't.
I don't think the guy's an outright ripoff. I think he. Yes.
It's $38,699. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Art of Granite is the art of doing things right. Art of Granite, Mitch Floria. Let Mitch do your cabinets, your counters.
He does kitchens. Now, here's how he does it. He'll give you a price on the phone. Why? Because the only thing he charges for, above cost, the only thing is the fabrication and installation. He's a direct stone importer, so you get wholesale on that. There's a small markup on the cabinets. Then he tears out and hauls away free. He does the bathroom free when you do the kitchen. If you're looking for a beautiful counters and cabinets and backsplashes, Art of Granite, 303-386-5919. He'll give you a price on the phone. He may want some measurements and a picture. He serves the Front Range, mountain communities as well. Open 6 days a week, closed Sunday. The showroom's in Golden, but call for a price, 303-386-5919. artofgranite.net. Okay, now, Ken is with Premier Cruise. Is he the owner?
No, Ken's the
I'm sorry.
Ken's the caller.
I'm sorry. I thought that we had another line there with him. So we never got the owner on. So here's the thing. It all comes down to this. Does he have a warranty? According to that invoice, he has a warranty, but it's not specified. So I think he can make the argument there is no warranty as promised. So what I don't understand is why is the guy refusing to help? Ken, when you call him and ask, does he just flat out refuse? What does he say?
The last time I messaged him about trying to look at the Jeep after I got it back and it still wasn't running properly, a couple different times.
So he did try to fix it.
He tried to, but he never showed up to even touch the Jeep.
Well, then he didn't try. He either tried or he didn't. Did he ever actually touch the engine after installing it?
No.
Okay. So, what does he say? Suzanne, did he ever say anything to us about it? Is he even in business? Who is Shane Cruz?
He's out of the house, Tom, when you look at his address for the
Dan,
shop.
Deputy Dan.
Yeah, Tom, what he told me is that Ken never called him. He just took it to Honest Accurate. He never called him at all. That's what he told me.
There's nothing wrong with going to Honest. There's nothing wrong with going to Honest Accurate Auto for a review, an inspection.
Well, we sent him down there. We
what
wanted
did they
them to
say
look
about
at
it?
They said, had it been done properly, it would be fixed under warranty.
They said it's a
but
bum
Shane
engine.
Cruz
First of all, I don't care what they think about the warranty. If it was done properly, we don't know if it would be fixed under warranty. What I want to know is what is wrong with it. Did they find that out?
Through a rod.
It threw a rod. That's what I needed to know. We'll talk about that coming up. But we can't do it on the air. We're going to give the information out about Premier Cruise.
If you plan on buying...
He's got to take a small thing, but we're going to go to war with Premier Cruise then.
Yeah, that's not clear either. Did he pull the head or not?
And, you know,
The thing about Honest Accurate saying, well, if it...
Let's get Honest Accurate on just talk about the engine.
Yeah, but that's the problem. He's going to fucking weigh in on this.
No, we'll tell him not to.
What did they say he did wrong? Was it
That's
really obvious?
what I want to know.
Yeah.
And I want to know what
Honest
Jeff
Accurate
just said. Did it say he did the head?
No, I looked up this.
I don't want their opinion.
I went to the Colorado State Registry for Businesses,
What did they do wrong?
and there's no Premier Cruise, but he did reserve the. Shane reserved the name June 8th, 2018.
Yeah, he's got a name.
So he still hasn't filed an LLC, but he reserved his business.
Let me see that.
He's got
no business.
He's got a Facebook page.
Does he?
Yeah, that's how he does. You're right. A lot of his communications.
Do you think he did the cylinder head on this engine?
That's what it says, is that he replaced the
See,
cylinder
that
head
could be the
and
biggest
GR.
issue right
And
there
so
if he didn't replace the cylinder head.
Even if it would have failed under warranty, likely LKQ would have denied a
Wait a
warranty claim
minute.
because he tampered with
This just dawned on me. Here's what happened. This guy told him originally it needs a cylinder head and EGR replacement on his engine to fix it. Then he decided that's not going to work, so he sold him a used engine.
No. That was bought in November. This is in January.
Well, why the hell would he buy a used engine and then do a cylinder head on
I
it?
don't know, but look at that. This is
Does that
January.
make any sense?
If that's from January, is that when he picked it up, though? Because he had to pay him off. What does it say, January?
Is he on? Can you ask him when he picked this up? When did he pick the vehicle up?
If I can get the fucking answer without it.
Just ask him. When did you pick it up?
Ken, just real quick, we're off the air. When did you pick the vehicle up for the first time? When was it done the first? Go ahead.
6 or 7 months.
See, but no.
Okay. February.
He picked it up in February.
So he dropped it off January 19th.
March, April, February of what?
Well, this year.
So that's March, April, May, June, July, August. He would be under warranty.
He bought the engine in November, though.
So there's an engine he bought and just had
according to
around,
this,
maybe?
he RR'd the cylinder head on this car.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
We'll know if
That's
he
what I'm trying
did.
to
He
get at.
tampered with the engine after he got it, so LKQ would have denied the claim anyway.
Yeah, but they might tell us at Honest Accurate he didn't do the cylinder head. You'd be able to tell. If that cylinder head came off by looking at the bolts,
guys,
you would know,
I am
right?
saying, according to that invoice, he didn't fuck with LKQ at all. He did it on that guy's engine.
Right.
That's
No,
what I'm getting-
LKQ's got nothing to do with it anymore.
According to that invoice, he took out the engine and fixed it and put it back.
That's right. But did he actually do a cylinder head in an EGR replacement?
That's the right. Now we're getting.
And now selection is best.
And what does this say? Attention transmission codes. Severe leak at PAN.
He's
He's probably trying to
blame
blame
something else.
because it came back with codes, so he's saying nothing to do with me.
He's literally a shade tree mechanic.
Right, yeah.
He's some dude out of freaking California.
Without the tree.
And he's a liberal. Good point. Good point, Jeff.
A shade tree without the tree.
Yeah. He's a shade tree in the desert.
I've got Brent Ivinson on broadband.
Metal fabricator, automotive parts store, automotive customization shop.
I am available Monday morning because the kids are home.
Yeah.
Oh, you sure?
Notice his post.
I'd rather do it in the morning.
January. And then this guy picked up his car and stuff posting.
You can do with that what you want.
Well,
This
here's
report
his
is brought to you by
personal
Westera
stuff.
Credit Union.
He was on Facebook himself 19 hours ago.
So 8:30.
I mean, his business stuff. Yeah.
Tell your
So
bank
you
to
didn't
take
talk
a
to
hike.
him, but you
You
know
live
what
in
to do.
Colorado.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
no, I'm
not
good.
local. Switch to Westera
Although it
Credit
looks like
Union
he's
and
got
get a free national or state parks pass when you complete a free financial review and open a CD, loan, or checking
I think
account.
Kenneth,
Then
he
tell
probably
your bank
originally
to
went
take
to
a
him in
hike.
November.
You know, you don't go to a guy in his house, and he didn't really save that much money. I mean, if he paid $1,850 and $1,000 bucks,
For a used engine.
$2,800
For a used
for a
engine.
used engine with no fucking warranty.
I do like flavor.
Really, this comes down to LKQ, though. Most of this is LKQ's problem.
Great, rich in natural fiber for sugar control with more antioxidants.
Damn, you're getting slow.
Cranberry cereals with amazing
Okay, if you would have got it, you would have.
Usually you're going out the door for like 35.
No, just for your labor and stuff, not the engine.
Well, we wouldn't, if somebody brings me an engine that says, can you put this in?
No,
I don't get involved in that.
So if you would have got one from, say, you would have bought one
From LKQ.
Yeah, a used engine
Yeah.
for $1,000.
Everything, so
What would be your final invoice?
getting better.
I'm probably going to be $3,500 out the
Okay,
door.
so he saved $600. He might have.
No, he didn't save 6. He would have saved. You're not calculating in the fucking engine he needs now. He didn't save shit. He
in the end game, you didn't.
he didn't save
But in
shit.
the beginning,
My God damn it!
in the very
Add shit up.
In the very beginning, if it had all worked out, he would have saved 600.
Yeah, but he's also down in Fountain. He could have gone to maybe a shop down there and got it done less than what the Denver Metro is as well. Yeah, calculate that in your shit.
13 and a half hours to the arm.
No, I'm saying what Tom would have charged him versus what he ended up paying.
That's 1,500 labor right there. You know, and then I'm going to want 15 for the engine probably. So that's 3. And I'm going to want to put water pump and some other.
Oh, you're going to want to see heating.
I'm like a long block with a crate engine. Period.
This is why you don't dig.
I'm close to something.
Yeah.
I do LKQ's uses because I personally insist they get the 1
Oh,
year,
good.
12,000 on it.
I like that.
And you know, I put one in, and it went bad, and Mike sent me to replace it, a reman, and a check.
And you guys have them kind of,
Yeah,
right?
they would pay you. It would pay you.
Are they involved still?
Yeah, but we have a cap on that.
Aren't they the ones that were used?
Or whatever you spend, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, that could be good though, because we didn't do anything.
But
They obviously know it's.
Obviously,
Well, they obviously did it for a while for a reason.
Can't afford it. I've done used before. I did a used.
When do you think?
And it failed. And when it failed, he shipped me a remake.
No, not that. When do you think?
He shipped me a remake.
The thing you were going to do yesterday, you'll end up doing in court.
From manufacturer, or I'll go to gas for everyone. Superior warranty to if I have to do
how does she usually react when she'll come back?
The full book time.
She's a wild card.
Yeah,
that's true, man. You can upgrade the labor rate.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7, the premier company for me when it comes to plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. I love these guys. I've known George for many, many years, and Fix It 24/7 does it right. You can find out about them, fixmyhome.com. Now, here's the deal. They'll come to your house for $39 to diagnose any problem. It's just a simple proposition. You never have to worry about somebody taking hours to find a problem. And it might take that if it's a complicated electrical problem or plumbing issue. But you'll never pay more than $39, and you'll be presented with an estimate if you decide to do it. They'll even waive that $39 and credit you $77. That's cool, right? And trust me, you'll never get better value. But if you decide not to have it done, you want to shop, fine. It's just $39. Fixmyhome.com. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. Fix It 24/7. Let's talk. We have a lot happening here today. And we have Jesse on the line. And Jesse is going to talk to us about this engine. I want to just summarize this. Ken took his Jeep in for an engine, and according to the invoice, the guy removed the engine, repaired it, and put it back in. That's all he did, according to the invoice. He never promised LKQ rebuilt, reman, nothing. On a separate invoice, you can see where he got the engine from LKQ. That's a separate invoice. We don't even know that engine was put in his car. We have no idea. But on the invoice to Ken, it does say he's going to have a warranty via LKQ. But that could mean anything. So here's my contention. No matter what, Ken does have, I think, a claim in small claims court to say, I don't have a warranty, you didn't fix it, period. That's it. I mean, it doesn't even say how long the warranty is. He just doesn't have, the guy never fixed it. And I think Ken has a good argument to get his money back. Or to get the repairs done.
I'm curious, too. On the ticket that he gave to Ken, it says that he actually did a cylinder head and EGR replacement. Yeah. I wonder if that's true.
So, I want to talk to Honest Accurate Auto. First, I have Ken here. And all I want to know from Honest Accurate Auto is what they did. I mean, Jesse, first
hey,
I want...
Tom, how's it going?
Good, man. I'd like to ask you, first, your opinion. Was that the original engine put back in, or was it another engine put back in?
You know, it's hard to tell. What I can tell is from the pictures I took, the valve covers have ink mark from a used place.
Okay. Does it
look... the valve covers have been either moved over or that's a used motor.
Okay. And what did he do wrong? What's wrong with the engine?
You know, we didn't go through the whole engine.
Yeah.
But what we know is that it spun a bearing and threw a rod, so the engine that's in there is bad now.
What would cause that?
Number of things.
No
lack
oil.
Of oil.
Okay. So this happened how long after Ken picked it up, Ken?
Did the engine do this?
Yeah, you picked it up in February. When did it break down?
About a month ago, month and a half by now.
Okay, so it broke down in July. So when in February did you pick it up?
It was around, I think, February 2nd to the 6th.
Okay, so February, March, April, May, June, July, August. July. 6 months. How the hell can we go back and blame this guy for that rod 6 months later? I'm asking Jesse, can we?
I don't know that you can.
Okay.
The biggest thing, and mileage-wise, what I can tell mileage is what the invoice says from Cruise Premier Cruise 4x4 was they had the car in at 123 and then it's XXX, so 123 something.
And
so
now it has 132.
133,601.
So the oil should have been changed at least once after the engine was replaced. Did he change the oil after the engine was replaced?
Was the oil changed, Ken?
Yes.
When and where?
I did it myself because it's minor like
Suzanne?
The reason I think he's held responsible is because Ken did try to get with Shane several times before calling our show while it was in warranty, and Shane wasn't communicating.
First of all, what do you mean in warranty? It doesn't say on the invoice how long the warranty is.
On the LKQ warranty,
it says via LKQ.
That's right.
But
it is 6 months. So if he truly meant via LKQ, that would be a 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty.
And he'd be out of warranty anyway.
Apparently on the mileage.
But here's what I want to get at, okay? Here's the bottom line. Do I like this cruise place? No. I don't like it because of how they're handling it. Premier Cruise 4x4. Would I deal with them? Probably not. But I can't sit here and say that they did anything wrong, okay? Ken, 7 months later, threw a rod, or 6 months later. I'm sorry, folks. I don't, I may not like his way on the phone. I don't like that he swore at Suzanne, but Ken signed everything, knew what he was getting, and has a rod thrown. Listen, man, this guy's not on my referral list. I'd never have him on the referral list. But I'd say the same exact thing for someone on my referral list. You can't be blamed for it. So, Ken, if you think you can make a connection, go to small claims court. I said go to small claims court because he wouldn't fix it. Now, the more I look at it is he just has to claim I didn't fix it because it wasn't warranty. I didn't do anything wrong.
Let's go back to something that might help here. The cylinder head in the EGR. Jesse, can you tell if he did the cylinder head?
No, that's not a...
Okay.
No.
So if he didn't do what this guy was charged for, this is another queer observation, is that he can only be sue for what he got charged for that he didn't do, not necessarily for the engine failure.
Guide, how much would the cylinder head and EGR replacement be on this vehicle, roughly?
Well, it's hard to say.
Just labor.
It's just so vague. It's hard to tell what he did and didn't do.
Yeah, see, Jesse's just our expert here at Honest Accurate Auto. This would have never happened with him. He can't even fathom how this guy was thinking. So, Ken, I think you got something against Premier Cruise 4x4, but it's not so cut and dry.
No, legally it's not, but I'll tell you, the guy okey-doked him no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
He was under, in my opinion, the guy was under the impression, and Ken says this, he was getting a rebuild engine with the warranty. He did it.
What do you do if you're buying a home right now, Brent? Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans. What can you do to help? I mean, obviously you can finance a new home. What else can you do? Is he there on 6? Go ahead, Brent.
Get pre-approved, and here's why. You can get pre-qualified in 10 minutes, but honestly, that's worth the paper it's written on.
Right.
It's going to end up going sideways on you, and sellers aren't going to take it seriously. You know, you've heard Frank talk about it when he's been in the studio and you've had him on.
Right.
If you get pre-approved, sellers take note of this. They know that you've gone through the entire process. We can underwrite and approve your loan ahead of time. That way you know exactly what your payment's going to be, exactly what your down payment requirements are going to be, and exactly what you're in for from a cost standpoint all the way through the transaction, rather than having to figure it out as you go. And then the other thing is, when you get pre-approved with us, you can take advantage of our 3-week closing guarantee. It's like making an offer with cash.
It is absolutely like cash, Brent, because it's not if they can do it. And when somebody sees that thing is pre-approved, it goes to the top. 303-867-7000, 867-7000, or idealhomeloans.com. And he mentioned Frank Duran. Frank Duran loves going in with pre-approvals. He can get your offer notice. He loves representing buyers. Of course, he also loves representing sellers. He stages the home and gets it done quickly. And he doesn't hold you to a long-term contract because he knows you have to be happy with him every day, and he makes sure you are. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Tail light? What? It's the wrong tail light? Why?
So you have yours plugs in. This one has the opening for a light to go in. It looks the same except for that one part. He tried to. He said, I looked at it to see if I could adapt it. No. So what I had him do is
they'll take it back. We just got to find another one.
Well, what I told him
is his maybe LED and that one's not LED. There's got to be something I have to know.
Nick didn't say. You might call Nick and ask Nick.
If it's got a plug, it's probably LED. It's just got a plug.
So that's probably the difference.
And so I had him take the VIN number just in case you wanted to order it through
Like a board or something?
He can order it.
Look for new end now. Can you ask him to look for
Yep.
new and used? Okay,
I will have him do that.
Don't order it yet until I know how much.
No, I'm not.
But have him look for both new and used and let me know.
Okay.
And then this one, I hope, is it a legit place that'll take it back to me?
Yeah, it's LKQ. Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, that is really good. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, so sorry.
Okay, and then do what we have to for LKQ when we get the information on the return authorization. So I don't know what we have to do.
I'll get that.
Mark will get the info and give it to you, Dad.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Some caller dropped off a I forget what it's for, but I'm expecting some sort of paperwork.
If there's white powder in it, don't bring it into the office.
So would you pick that up and put it on my desk? Unless it was,
from
I don't think so, unless it was.
See, Mark, we're used to looking at those vehicles and thinking, oh, so it's 20 grand or 25 grand. But I'm telling you, man, I saw a guy buy a used Dodge Durango and pay $30,000.
I bet you I could buy one of those brand new right now, your exact model, brand new, not 1 mile on it, for less than what you're paying off.
Well, yeah, because it's a leftover now. It's the new model's coming out right now. Of course you can.
I had to go to his Facebook to see.
I wasn't even taking that.
That's the quandary of any new car.
But he posted this.
If you're suggesting it was
right
overpaid
as
at the time
he
to purchase, it absolutely wasn't, because it was literally.
I mean, within 2 minutes,
that's
got to be about him custody and everything. He's like, you know what? Fuck you, Suzanne. And then
those motherfuckers are expensive. But you
yeah,
can't
and then
compare what
right after
it is.
that.
He's taking his gloves off?
Now you can, by the way, with the same mileage, you
back,
can compare apples with apples. We ought to try. Just figure out
what is it
And then
again?
it went down.
13,000 miles.
2018.
Equinox. Fucking love it.
So anyway.
There's not one option you can get.
Or if he's listening.
I just don't care. I thought for sure he'd have a neck tattoo, but what do I know?
See, the secret here, Mark, is to get someone who can qualify and assume the lease. I mean, legally.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not like those other ones, but because somebody can get a manageable payment and have a.
You just got to get this fuck out of it.
Or have someone assume the lease. I am out of it. Why? That's the same exact way. I mean, I'm not looking to make money on it anyway. What I don't want to do is be upside down 10 grand. I won't at the end of a lease, but I'm not going to keep it that long.
What's the value of it right now?
That's what I don't know. I don't have a clue.
GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. That's GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter.
Look.
For a free solar quote, call
2018 Equinox fully loaded.
Fully loaded with 13,000 miles. White.
30,000 miles?
Cars, yard equipment,
13,000 miles. I'm sorry.
and they all use fuel.
So there's no way. I know you drive a lot.
Also create deposits
that whole thing sucks.
I know, because of the way it was
The
done.
whole thing sucks.
That's why.
After all those years, I just
Well, what sucks is I would have never got. Really, you should live up to your agreement. Otherwise, you shouldn't make the agreement.
Well, when it comes to something like that,
Right.
sure.
Or at least offer to take it back.
for half price. Plus, you get more than $1,500 in utility company rebates. Free financing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucked up. It's like me giving you a Christmas gift you got to spend money on. Think about that. It's like giving you a $5 gift certificate to fucking Del Frisco's. That's what it's like.
That's 303-562-0439.
What shape? Very good?
It's perfect, yeah.
So you want excellent?
Yeah, we'll put broken tail on it.
Yeah, right. Everything is good.
That's the worst take ever.
That's
Friday at 4 for more Reverend Talk Radio.
What is it?
It's coming up here. He's got to go private party. And the best.
Best of the best.
28-3 to 36.
Oh my God. Very. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK.
303-713-8255. Let's talk to Monica. And hold on, Monica, 1 second. One thing I really want to stress right here. Budget A1 Transmission has that service on your transmission for just $119. We're getting a lot of good reports on that, and since it's car day, I wanted to mention it. $119, they'll drop the pan, they'll do the filter, they'll take care of all of the stuff for you, and it's $119. Budget A1 Transmission and auto repair, and they're on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. That's Budget A1 Transmission and auto repair. So let's talk. Today is car day. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm going to go to Monica and find out what's on Monica's mind. It's important that that you realize when we are dealing with invoices and engines like the previous callers, please get everything in writing, everything. Don't have one invoice for an engine and one for installation. Get everything down. Oh, by the way, Budget A1 Transmission Auto Repair, 781-9858, 303-781-9858. So, Monica, let's talk about your auto shop problem. What's going on, Monica?
So, on June 11th, I brought my truck in to have a fuel injector.
Yeah.
It took 2 days for them to do that, and after they did, I picked it up. I drove it for about 5 minutes. My engine started smoking, and then it wouldn't start.
Guys,
so
what would cause that? She has an injector replaced,
right.
And it starts smoking, and it won't stop? I mean,
yep.
Could
and
be
it
anything.
Wouldn't start. It wouldn't even start at all.
So it stalled out, smoked, and wouldn't start?
Yep.
How far did you get down the road?
Maybe like 2 miles.
Okay. Well, obviously, did they come and help you?
So they towed the truck back to the shop. They eventually told me that it was a faulty fuel injector, which they supposedly got from the dealership. They said they got a new one, that fuel injector messed up again. Then
wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean it messed up again? How did it mess up again?
It just fried.
Oh, so you picked it up a second time, or they called you?
No, that was the only time I ever picked it up.
All right, so the second one they said did not fix it. Then what?
So then they started saying that it was coils. They said that they replaced the coils at least 3 different times. They kept frying. And then they finally said that it's the computer. So
all of this is a big coincidence. So faulty, injector faulty, coils. Are you being charged for all of this meanwhile?
No. So originally I wasn't supposed to be charged because it was their fault.
Right.
So they tell me, oh, we're going to put the computer in for free. We're doing everything for free. Okay. And at this point, it's already been like 3 weeks. I already lost my job, so I'm like, okay, I need you to do it for free.
What kind of job?
I'm a CNA.
And you lost your job?
I lost my job because my job required me to drive.
You couldn't use Uber or Lyft to keep your job?
I could, but I don't work anywhere close. I'd be paying $30 there, $30 back home.
Well, $30 with Uber, you'd get to Florida. I don't understand. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. How far away do you work from home?
So I'm about 45 minutes from home.
Oh, okay,
but also
yeah.
My job
okay, I understand.
Me
you got to go from. I understand. Let's just forget that. But where are we at right now?
So it's 9 weeks later.
Oh my God! Listen, guys, what do you think? I think they screwed up and they don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah, so actually about 5 weeks ago, the shop name changed to Meineke.
Oh, my God. Did they sell? Because if they sold, you're screwed.
Anyway, I talked to the owner, and they're like, oh, we know nothing about your truck. I'm like, it's the truck that's been sitting in front of your shop for 4 weeks. Like, how does
it still there?
So it is here. So actually, okay, so they were supposed to pay for everything. They agreed to pay for it all, so I'm waiting. Every day they're telling me.
Yeah, but hold on. Wait. You missing a big part of the story. It changed to Meineke. Was it a sale?
And Meineke agreed. I don't know, but Meineke agreed to take over the work on my truck and figure it out.
They're by the grace of God if they do, but if they don't, I'd like to know how that transfer was made. Are the old guys out of there completely, or is it the same crew?
No, all the same workers. Everyone's the same.
How about the ownership, though?
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
I don't know. So Meineke now,
I know.
They tell me, okay, you have to pay for the computer. We'll do the labor for free.
That's what I just said. We don't know who's responsible. They may not be responsible to you.
Yeah,
you know, even
it's
if it's the same
yes.
owners, they might not be responsible to you.
We don't know. That's the problem. How much, bottom line, how much is all of this?
So total, it'll end up being about $600. After they told me original charges would have been about $140. So, but for the past 3-4 weeks, I told them, okay, I'm going to pay for the computer. Please get it done. 3 weeks going by, they still haven't.
This sucks.
And I'm at the shop right now because last night they told me, oh, everything got put in.
Put him on. Let us talk to the manager.
And he's not here.
Who is there?
How about the tech?
I have.
Don't do it in a threatening way. Just say, hey, these guys want to talk to you. They're on the radio.
None of them like to deal with me. They all tell me anytime I call, oh, he's not here. We can't talk to you. They all know who I am because 9 weeks. My truck has been here for 9 weeks.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being upset, Monica. I would be fuming. We got to help you somehow. This sucks, man.
What was the name of the former shop?
Yeah, good.
Thornton Auto Care.
Thornton Auto Care?
Yeah.
Do you know who the donor was you were dealing with?
No, so I never got to meet with the owner, but there was a guy named Mike
Is Mike still
none
there?
of them wanted to deal with me.
Is Mike still there?
Yeah.
Can we call right now while she's there? Hold on a second, okay? Let's get a call into him. Really, we want to help you. 303.
I think we had another call about 2 weeks ago on this same one.
Just hold on, all right, Monica? Are you going to call Mark, help her out during the break? You want to one? Okay, hold on. Jacqueline, what's happening? Jacqueline.
Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
Well, I've got my issue resolved, but I need to know if maybe there's something you guys can do for everybody else that has to take VAO, V like in Victor, EYO, non-emergency medical transportation.
I've never heard of them. Tell me why? What is non-emergency medical transportation? Why wouldn't someone just call Uber or Lyft if it's non-emergency?
Because it's paid through Medicaid, and a lot of people
I get it. I get it. Okay, enough said. Right. So now what? You needed to go to or from something, and what was the problem? What do you want us to know about?
Well, I took a trip on August 9th.
Yeah.
The guy was personable, friendly, everything. Yeah. He was nice. I got to my destination. I got there, and he said somebody else was trying to pick me up, and I wasn't comfortable with that. My husband worked down in Denver, so I asked him to bring me the car. And he did, and before he did, he sent me a text that said, did you know that the guy was doing 90 miles per hour?
How would he know that?
I have an app on my phone called Life 360.
Oh, wait. So on your phone, you know how fast you're going?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
I can actually track my husband real time. I can see where he's at, the whole 9 yards.
Very cool.
For me too.
All right.
And it saved the trip. And I went ahead and paid for the premium version.
So anyway, where are we going with this now? So what happened then?
The guy, 80 miles an hour, over 80 miles per hour, the app considers exceeded speed limit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The guy did it 17 times.
I don't understand where this is going. You saying you could have been injured?
Yes, I could have, but I wasn't.
Right. Okay.
I'm dealing with Senator Kafalis out of Fort Collins.
What do you want done? What do you want done? I understand why you're upset. You didn't notice while you were in it that he was going pretty fast?
No, I didn't. He was talking to me, so I really wasn't paying attention. Well, anyway, I sent all this information to a lady named Elizabeth Reekers.
I don't need all of this detail. What I need to know is this. Okay. What do you want done, Jacqueline? I would be upset, too, but what do you want done? Maybe it was just one errant driver. Get him fired.
No, it's not. You go
Jacqueline,
to any health
we can't say.
Jeez, if I was in a rush, I'd probably appreciate it.
Wait a minute. It's not emergency. We can't say.
I had a 2-hour window.
We can't say that VAO routinely goes 80 miles an hour. I said it might be an errant driver, and you said, no, I can't say that. So you're telling me that every single driver goes 80 miles an hour.
These are different. VAO is a transportation broker.
Right.
They hire
like Uber or Lyft. But what I'm saying is,
different companies to do their transportation.
So what is
what I want from this? I want this woman at Healthcare Policy and Financing to do more than send me an email that says, unfortunately, without dates and physically being in the vehicle to understand traffic and road conditions, I cannot make any comments on the safety.
Okay.
I sent her
Now, Vale,
Jacqueline,
Jacqueline, hold on.
Yes.
You're not really going to get anywhere, okay? I'm just trying to just save you a lot of time and energy. What you need to do is address this on an administrative level with the specific carrier, because no carrier wants their driver going that fast. In other words, if Veo is a broker and there are a number of different drivers or companies, you got to find the company that took your ride. There is a record somewhere, and you need to go to that company. You can't assume that everyone does it and try to attack everyone. No one will listen to you. If you go to that one company for that one ride and that driver, at least you'll get some action where it is needed now. And then if other complaints come in, then that's another story.
There's places on I-70, though. 80 is the MPH.
But anyway,
I mean,
I'm just saying...
This is insane.
But wait, first of all, I don't mind her complaining about going 80 if it was in town.
But she didn't even complain till after the fact. Wouldn't you complain while the guy's going 80?
She did not realize it, which leads me to believe it might have been an error or something. I don't know. I don't know, Jacqueline. But I do know that... Do you have the name of the company that Veo was using for your ride that day?
No, I don't, and they won't give it to me.
They won't give it to you. Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to get it unless you go to, if Medicare controls it, maybe you can get the information through Medicare. I just don't think there's anything we can do. I mean, other than let people know. I mean, this call, Jacqueline, does accomplish something. It lets people know there is a situation. And I mean that. So what if now, a few days from now, there's a serious accident with Veo, and Veo is using this contractor, and Jacqueline, right here, right now, August 24th, 2018, at 11:32, there is a record of her complaining and no one doing anything. It means something. It does mean something. 303-713-8255.
You're a saint.
Why? You think I should have bombed her?
My God, she's upset she got... If she was upset while he was driving that fast, but later...
I know. Well, she didn't realize it. Her husband pointed it out on the app. Mark's going to call for Monica at that Meineke to see who owns it and how the hell they're going to help her. So hang on for that. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Flex the Dent of Colorado, paintless dent repair. The only way to go. If you don't have paint damage, do not spoil your car by doing anything but paintless dent repair. Now, you may have already assumed that and say, okay, we'll do it. Now you have to choose who. Well, there it is. Flexident, period. That's it. Don't even think. Flexidentofcolorado.com. They're great people. A few locations and immediate openings. Flexidentofcolorado.com, 303-619-6273, 619-6273.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 K-House, an iHeartRadio station.
I didn't do the seconds in town, right?
KHOW Denver. Win your way to our 2018 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Justin Timberlake, Fleetwood Mac.
If you don't realize going 80, a lot of new cars and stuff ride that well. You don't say that. What do you think, Jeff? Did you complain?
She could go wrap herself back around the tree she was hugging before she got
Cranberry, cranberry, healthy cereal for your family.
What they have to later is a pill injector. I wonder if they just called it.
Sugar cereal again, Dad.
Put a noise light on it, maybe?
Here to switch your cereal with cranberry cereal. With
Well, then they cause other problems
special
doing
grain that's better than whole grain oats or wheat alone.
Those are
Any other cereal?
What? I don't know. I don't think we heard that.
Look for cranberry cereals with amazing onyx
Well, the first thing they did was do a injector, all right?
I'm an architect.
You said, so I would assume it was a misfire. The problem is when these shops run into these problem cars, instead of fixing it, they move on to other cars to continue making a profit. And they really need to just kind of bite the bullet and get that one car fixed and knocked out and out of there.
Yeah. I should have ordered stuff for you guys. I keep forgetting about this shit.
with download speeds 20 times faster and with most for everything your business does every day, and an affordable price. It's a small business.
I don't need to eat here typically.
I'm dreaming gig.
Really?
I'm doing the salads, bananas, fruits, veggies, all that kind of stuff.
Network in the country.
Oh yeah.
More small businesses.
Losing weight or
just staying healthy. I got a good bill of health from my doctor, and it's encouraging. So I'm going to just keep it up.
Hey Jeff, when you get your other knee done?
I don't know.
Is it not bothering you as bad as the original one?
No, the other one was
I am so-and-so. Yes, say hello. No, you got to speak like this. See, hello. No, speak like you would be working for the government. Oh, actually, you probably are. Okay, listen, I'm going to let
You
you
had a
go
long
now.
day of hunting.
And this Jennifer.
Walking around
I'll get some discomfort.
but not like the other one.
No, the other one was, and this one will flare from time to time. Twist it around or something, but no, the other one was all good. Half the time I was using my press to get around.
Really? Yeah, I know I've heard people and stuff say that. I wish I would have done that 5 years ago. You know, that's it.
Without a doubt.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, hard illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or trauma related to substance abuse, please know you're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address your concerns. 720-893-5559. That's 720-893-5559. The Raleigh House is a premier addiction recovery program located here in Colorado. You'll speak to someone local about different treatment options, all evidence-based treatments designed to help reduce substance abuse. No more excuses, no more denials. Get the help you need. Some health insurance covers the cost. Call today for a free, no-obligation consultation. The Raleigh House, 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. Call today.
Retirement questions? You can bet Colin Richards probably has the answer. Join him every Sunday afternoon at 1 for Financial Independence. Financial Independence is your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Join us, Financial Independence with Colin Richards, every Sunday afternoon at 1. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Most small and mid-sized businesses buy their vehicles. It's usually a mistake, both financially and as a use of your time, but you don't know where to turn for help. Hey, it's Ross, and if that describes you, please talk to my friends at Alliance Leasing, where they can typically save you about 10%, often equating to $5,000 or more per vehicle, and do all the work acquiring and customizing the vehicle that would normally take you away from running your business. Learn more today at alliance.lease. That's alliance.lease. Alliance Leasing is your key to the perfect fleet.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Cam Solar is the name of the solar company on our referral list that has 3,000 systems in operation. They offer a 20-year performance guarantee and a 20-year parts and labor guarantee. And, of course, all warranties are as good as companies, but we have a good feeling about this company since they've been in business for many, many years and have 3,000 systems in effect. But no matter what, you're going to get a great system, and you get to own it with tax benefits, tax credits, and small monthly payments to finance. You own it. You save from day one. Here's where you get your free analysis to know if your lot will be an efficient solar generator along with your roof line. This is a free analysis with no obligation. Go camsolar.com/troubleshooter. Now, obviously, gocamsolar.com is their website. If you put a slash there, / and then put troubleshooter, that brings you to a form you can fill out, and it only takes 20 minutes for them to get back to you. The form is very easy. It's gocamsolar.com/troubleshooter. All right. Let's talk.
Hey, I talked to these guys.
Monica, she said, hey.
Sorry, Tom. Her phone went dead. Don't take her.
Okay, but she said she basically had an injector done once in June, After that, all hell broke loose. The injector failed, and then ever since then, her car's been there for like 9 weeks, and she's upset. And now the place has been changed from Thornton Auto to Meineke. Who's responsible? How did they buy it? Who owns it? Mark, what did you find
Okay,
out?
when it was Thornton Auto, she went in there and she was going to spend money on a head gasket. Ultimately, what they ended up doing was just putting a fuel injector in. They charged her about $150. Once again, this is when it was Thornton. Then she had more problems. It turned into Meineke, or Midas, whatever it's called. The bottom line is she hasn't spent a dime with them. They put a computer in it thinking that would fix it. It did not fix it. I just got off with them. I told them this, just by judging by Monica. And I don't mean anything negative with her, but the bottom line is these guys can't fix it. They've tried numerous times. They can't fix it. They haven't charged her anything. I said, well, why don't you cut bait and send her to an electrical shop because they're convinced it's an electrical problem. They said, well, we have $300 in this computer. I said, well, my God, who cares? It didn't fix it.
And it's not her problem.
And it's not her problem.
You put something in you thought was going to fix it.
You've got to cut bait at this point. Don't charge her anything. Make her exactly where she was when that business transaction went down and they sold the shop. And get her out of there. I mean, honestly, that's how this thing needs to go.
Yeah, but
he's going to call me back.
And she cannot expect them to fix it if they undo everything to where she was. She's no worse.
Exactly.
She's no worse off except she lost 9 weeks.
That's what we're trying to shoot for. I should know soon.
Her phone is dead. She just emailed and said the owner's on his way. I think that's who's going to be calling you, Mark.
All right, good.
Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Amber, what's going on with you, Amber?
Hi, Tom.
What's happening?
A lot. I had bought an Xterra from Patriot 4x4. They told me when I bought it that it has a small coolant leak. Come to find out, the head gasket is blown, the ball joints are bad, there's a stutter in the engine, the windows don't work.
Wait.
Like a laundry list of issues.
And
2 days after... I'm sorry. The day I bought it, I tried to drive it to work.
Well, hold on.
I just started
Amber,
my own business.
Amber,
yes, sir.
Did you have all of this checked before you bought it? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't
all
know
of this
that
stuff.
all these issues were there.
Well, that's the whole reason we get things checked before. I'm hoping. Did you buy this as is?
It has nothing on the invoice
Which
that I
means
received as far as is or a warranty.
Which means it's automatically as is. In other words, there's no warranty. All used cars. How used is it, though?
Apparently, what he had told me is it had one single owner, and the mechanic that I bought it
How many
from,
miles on it is what I'm asking.
156.
So whether it had one owner or not, I mean, it doesn't... Okay. Oh, God.
I like that you tell people to have these cars checked out first, because that is important.
Well, yes, and even then, it can't necessarily find all problems that will happen in the future. I tell people you will most likely have problems with 150,000 or more, and with 180 or more, you will definitely have problems. There's just no doubt in my mind. So, Amber, here's the deal. You didn't call to get scolded or to say you should have, but I need to let others know that Amber tied her hands pretty much because she bought it. It's as is, and now she's having problems. And unless, and I say this every time, and by the way, every time I say it, people say, oh yes, I was defrauded. Unless it was fraud, there's not much you can do. Even with fraud, you got to prove it. And fraud would be an out-and-out, flat-out misrepresentation that made you buy the car. Like, Amber, this car has a new engine in it. Or, Amber, this is a perfect running car, or something like that.
Well, that's what he had told me before I agreed to even sell my car and buy this. The mechanic is a friend of my sister's.
Okay.
So I had trust in this man.
Right, I understand.
And he promised me that it would be safe and reliable for me and my daughter and for my business.
Now that you have that promise, if you go back to him and say, you broke your promise.
I did that.
What does he say?
He said, my boss won't buy it back, so I don't know what to tell you.
Well, he doesn't have to tell you anything. If he will admit that he said
he apologized to me in a text message. He said, I'm sorry that
Amber,
that's happening.
This is what I'm asking you. If you want to go for fraud in the inducement, you were fraudulently led to buy that, thinking that it was going to be perfect for you. because he told you that, and you sue them in small claims court, and he will admit that, it doesn't matter if his boss will buy it back. Will he admit that in court? You have to ask him. I'm serious, Amber. I mean, you have to ask him, will he admit that if you sue him in small claims court?
How long after was it, Amber?
The day I bought it.
You know, I'm going to call.
We're going to call anyway. We want to help you, but I need to know something. How much did you pay?
I paid $1,000.
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. You put down 1,000 or paid 1,000? Oh wait,
No,
she had a
paid
trade-in
full.
though. What?
No, it was just $1,000 cash.
For the vehicle?
For the vehicle.
Oh my God! What am I going to call down and say?
What year is this car?
An 01.
Okay. What? Honest to God, Amber,
massive
what?
hail damage and some rust.
What
so
did you?
that stuff didn't matter to me.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Here's the problem. For a head gasket on that, guys, let's say it's just a head gasket. How much are we talking?
Yeah, $2,500.
There's nothing I can do to call down there. There's no way they're going to put $2,500 into a $1,000 car.
I just want my money back at this point.
If she got 30 days out of it, that's a pretty good deal for a rental, I'd say.
I don't think you're going to get your money back for $1,000. How long did you actually drive it?
1 day.
Okay.
I'll call down, but
we'll
mean,
call, but Amber,
what do you do?
You do know, right? You understand that you pretty much did everything wrong, right? I mean,
yeah, but I mean, I trusted him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
so
$1,000.
People.
Yeah, I know you trust him, Amber. People do it every day. I'm not trying to make you sound stupid. People do it every day.
How your forehead doesn't have like a big welt on it from beating your head against that mic for 38 years of people not checking the vehicle out, and you say it 10 times a day, Tom?
I know.
What the hell's wrong with people?
Well, here's a good observation. You'll notice, people, that the people who call my show for help are seldom my listeners. The people
listener told them to call.
The listeners on my show are smart, and they usually don't get into trouble. That's basically what we're up against. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. You know, I got to tell you that Simply Floors, Inc. is the place to go for savings. SimplyFloorsInc.com. I mentioned them before. I'll mention them again. They give you designer services along with the floors. So you literally get someone to help you coordinate your whole home for added value at no extra cost. SimplyFloorsInc.com. And we have more coming right up.
How are you? There was a list of people who were supposed to Ted Bundy. Okay, we saw how well that turned out. Remember that lady with the patio that was...
You always put in perspective.
Look at. There's nothing wrong with it. She called in the BB Better Business Bureau hearing.
Well, I knew that woman was crazy when she called. I knew she'd be a nightmare.
Her name's Katrina. She said her patio was sloping.
Saw her photos, and she said, you know, people send you these
I remember that
photos.
one.
Yes.
It was looking good.
Yeah, she sent us the photos before it was done and all that. She calls this poor guy in the BBB hearing.
She called what do you mean she called
I'll just let him know to hold it.
She requested a complaint and an arbitration with BBB. So he went.
BB does arbitration?
I didn't know they did, but they do.
If you were a member, your membership dues go to arbitration.
Yeah, and they had a role. Okay. And she brought attorneys with her, 2 women attorneys, plus had on the phone 2 structural engineers, and tried to wire her way through it, and it didn't work.
Did you? They should have had you go, and you could have been a...
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah, that's where I've been.
Holy cow, Clint!
She said, I said, you know, they claimed that it all sloped back toward the house.
Right.
Completely untrue. You know, I took a 4-foot level.
Did you testify?
Yeah, I testified. I said, completely untrue. That was the biggest issue.
Water on it.
Oh,
so there you go.
She goes out there and pours some water on the patio by the edge, and it's like 10-second fill, but see, it's puddling against the house. Well, it didn't give it a chance to run off. I mean, you could. It was. I think it was real apparent that what she was pulling was crap, and I think pretty sure the arbitrator. But the big one was that she said I lied.
You lied?
Yeah, she said no, he lied. He never measured anything.
I said, do you remember the bright orange 4-foot level of me sticking out there explaining my phone? Anyway, and I said, and she said, no, I never saw a level. So I pulled out my phone and I said, this is she's in the background with me measuring. I said,
God, it just kills me.
This isn't your patio?
Even at 16 years old, I fucking had
For $1,000, she's looking for a ramp.
She's for $1,000, she just keeps putting water in it.
We had one show up last week.
Liquid glass.
Same deal. She bought it at a buy-here, pay-here, $1,000.
Oh, okay,
$500 down.
So it helps.
When she got to me, she had shut down her overheating. You put water in it.
I remember that. She sent all the pictures.
And I'm like,
I'm sitting there watching.
we called the auto repair shop though, and got them to pay for the radiator install, and they tacked it onto the end of her lady face there. So they ended up helping her out. But
Well, they lent her some money.
Yeah,
With a high-end student guy still. You know exactly. That's what they did. They lent her some money at a high-end.
But I mean, they didn't leave her stuck.
She didn't get to work.
You know, and we had to fight quite a bit to get it to happen.
I bet she ends up suing them still.
But yeah,
What does she doesn't like?
Suing who?
The color, or why does she want it redone?
I really don't know.
What are you talking about?
That pattern concrete that I went to look at, done a wonderful job.
And she doesn't like it.
She wants all her money back.
So he went to arbitration. Clint had to testify in arbitration.
So who won?
We don't
Wait a
know.
minute, what are we talking about testifying where?
For a better Legacy Concrete. He's our newest.
Wait, he's part of our referral list?
He is now.
Okay, you had to go, I didn't know about this. I need to know about this shit. Oh, no, I fucking really, when you're going somewhere representing us, I really need to know.
I didn't know about that.
Bro, I really, Dan, I, just for the record, I fucking need to know when someone is going on our behalf, my behalf.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's...
So what is the whole deal? I don't know shit about this either.
Suzanne, did you know Clint was going on my behalf to a Better Business Bureau arbitration? I mean, this is something we got to get straight.
I thought it's crazy.
Yeah.
Stop.
We really need to know.
I didn't know it was on your behalf.
Well, of course
but
it is.
I knew this morning that he was going to a BBB mediation on a case that came into our show.
Well, then whose behalf is it?
I thought
the Tom Martino
he was
show, and Tom
supporting our
Martino's
referral list
and it's Tom Martino, and it wasn't fucking
Tom,
exist if Tom Martino...
I thought he was supporting our referral list member since he went out on the location
But even
to look at
then,
the
it's
job.
not my behalf.
But I think this is more for staff, because staff's the one who coordinated all of this, just so you know.
The house.
She got him on a referral.
That's what I was trying to reach you this morning and got him.
She couldn't have got him on the referral list because they've only been on for like a week.
Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK. John Fuller, remember that name? When it comes to car crashes, you can't think of anyone else. When it comes to traffic, John Fuller. Traffic accidents. I'm not going to mince words. As soon as it happens, after taking care of yourself, don't think of anything else except don't sit on your rights. Fuller was so mad the other day because an elderly couple came to him and totally ruined their chances because they didn't do the right things. Please, don't sit on your rights. Don't pretend everything's going to get better. I'm not encouraging you to file a lawsuit. No. But talk to John Fuller. When it comes to traffic accidents, John Fuller for information. You never even have to hire him, but get the information. Please, free of charge, call him. We don't want you calling these sharks. We don't want you putting your rights off. John Fuller, Fuller Law, personalinjuryco.com. He's on my referral list. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. That's John Fuller.
I don't like this Patriot. It's not good, man.
What's going on?
Well, first of all, the phone number rings and rings and rings. After about 20 rings, it goes to voicemail full.
We're talking about which case, Amber?
Yeah, the $1,000 Jeep. Yeah, I don't know what they could possibly do on this, but they don't even answer their phone in their voicemail.
Amber, it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to help, dear. We want to, but it's going to be hard. Chris, you need advice. What's going on? Chris?
Yeah, Tom.
What's happening, man?
Question. I have a 2018 4Runner that I'm towing a trailer with an ATV on it, about a 2,600-pound total load. I guess my question is, I'm always concerned, I use the sport shift mode where I'm picking gears going up like going up towards the tunnels. For example, when you're coming off a pass using the sport shift mode to gear it down and keep the RPMs in that 2,500 range, just so the transmission and the engine are holding you back. And I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
Okay, well, let's talk to the experts.
Are you putting stress on the tranny?
Good idea. Well, guys, you know what? That's what that's what some of these Jake brakes are. Some of them are compression. Some of them are transmission brakes. What do you think? Hold on. We need to use the mic over here. This one right here.
The Jake brake works a little bit different. It is an exhaust brake. But using that sport mode by, pulling it down, selecting your gears, staying inside a decent power range, you're not hurting anything. You're actually helping it. You know, things like the torque converter actually prefer higher RPMs.
Okay.
So by not lugging it, it's actually going to help prevent damage from happening.
Okay.
Cool. That's great.
So that's the answer to your question, and that's a nice vehicle. I like those vehicles. Let's talk. 303-713-TALK.
Hey, on that Jeep real quick, guys, she paid $1,000 for it. What's that worth to a salvage yard? Is that worth
It's going to be worth about scrap weight, so yeah, probably about $500-600.
So she can get most of her, more than half back's all I'm saying.
I know, that's right. So her loss would be $300 or $400. Hey, John, what's happening?
Well, I bought a RV, brand new, from Lazy Day RV, and it looks
should have gone to Century RV. We love those people, but go ahead. What happened?
Well, it looks used. I mean, the first they brought it out.
How many miles on it?
Well, it doesn't have. It's not a. It's a.
Oh,
trailer.
it's a trailer. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's a trailer, and it just had a lot of patchwork done to it. The refrigerator.
Yeah, but you looked at it before you bought it, right?
Yes, and I complained about it, and they told me they would replace it. Well, they replaced it.
But
because the one that I had a big old ding in it, but the one they put on it was scratched up. Just
no, John. So you did complain once already, and they said we'll replace it. What's it? The trailer?
Well,
refrigerator.
The refrigerator door.
No, I'm not talking about that. Here's what I'm talking about. The whole damn unit. Did you look it over before you bought it?
Yes.
Then why didn't you notice all this stuff before you bought it?
Well, because they patched it up pretty good. Unless you really started looking at it, you couldn't.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do before you buy something. Really look at it. So here's what I need to know. How long after you bought it did you start noticing it looks used?
The same day.
Okay.
In fact, the second day the technician had to come out and do work on.
So that means that it wasn't something that really took that much of a close look, because you noticed it immediately. Why didn't you?
The air conditioner I couldn't see until the air conditioner was turned on, because the air conditioner was just making a bunch of racket.
All right.
Okay, and that's when they finally delivered
John,
it.
Is it used or not?
It looks used.
I'm not.
I cannot say that the company that made it is does crappy work.
You have a VIN number.
Who makes it?
Highland Ridge.
All right, hold on a second. Let me put a shout out there for a good company. We'll come back to Century RV. That's CenturyRV.com, 303-453-1111. These guys, we don't get complaints like this. They have a service department. They have 2 locations, Denver and Longmont. That's CenturyRV.com, 303-453-1111. We'll come back with his problem and find out what we can do for him and more.
Coloradans 62 and older, are you
not feeling as financially secure as you'd like to? Is cash flow tight? Are you retiring or experiencing
Everybody sells them. It's a big brand.
Your own home? Then consider a reverse
Highland
mortgage
Ridge
from American Finance.
Yeah, they sell
Reverse mortgages
everything.
loans that pay you monthly by
I don't know if they do RVs, but they do toy haulers, fifth wheels, and trailers.
Pass away, and FHA ensures that you never owe more than your house is worth. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and here are the facts.
I wonder what their warranties are.
And you have access to tax-free money, all while owning your home.
Somebody told me you retired. You didn't retire. They said he's not here anymore.
Yeah, no, I just work in part-time.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. So you did retire.
Carl's still here.
Let me tell you, the damn place has fallen apart since
He's
you've
right
been gone.
there.
Well, I can come out of that.
My God.
I think Mark might have kicked it.
7,000. That's 303.
Show Dan what the hell you do, so if we can chat. We hate having you come up here for a button.
Well, I don't know. It all looks okay.
Okay.
See? That's what I told you. Okay.
See?
So Dan didn't kick anything?
No.
He is an instigator.
Yeah, there you go.
Another possible legal hurdle for the president.
Oh, can't wait.
So if we got
Hold on.
everything was good?
Exactly.
financial officer for the Trump Organization, now has an immunity deal with federal prosecutors stemming from the case against Michael Cohen.
Russellburg, it is believed that one of the executives that helped
You know what? They're going to find out that this playboy paid off 2 women to shut up. Gee, imagine that. That never fucking happens in this world.
But you know what they're saying it is?
Campaign money.
But no. What they're saying is it's what they call messing with the election.
No, it's not. It's paying off 2 broads.
That's what they're saying.
A hooker and a hooker.
an election.
Because they're hiding information.
Like Obama hid his birth certificate. Oh, don't say that.
Oh, you're racist.
Jesus.
Damn it.
Tweeting that not enough progress is being made on denuclearization at this time.
Well, when the stock market goes down and all the people with 401ks, all the teachers out there and all the libs, all their 401k crashes, and they can be real happy.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin has more on it.
Family members and fellow lawmakers tweeting messages of support following the news that Senator McCain will discontinue medical treatment. Senator McCain's wife, Cindy, tweeting, "I love my husband with all my heart. God bless everyone."
I wonder how many days he's got. That sounds pretty
Well,
quick, man.
He's
hospice.
He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
I mean, not that that's bad. I'm just saying.
No, he's a Republican.
He's been a Democrat his whole life, and he calls himself Republican. I don't understand it.
In fact, that's where I think they got the name Rhino from.
Calling him
Yeah.
once again with the words
only, that's right.
grit really mean.
Lisa. Thanks, Kristen. McCain is 81. He's been in Arizona since September after his condition worsened.
Yeah, nowadays.
Tell you what, that brain cancer.
I see.
Now, Jimmy Carter, he's still alive. He's got brain cancer. In fact, he beat it, but it's a different type of brain cancer.
How did it go?
Daphne
You
says
think
she had
the guy
nothing
won?
to do
I
with
think
his
it
better
did.
business world, and she knows nothing about
Question
it.
to your
The odd part, and I'm sure Tom will have his own opinion, the odd part I don't like, Clint, is I don't know how I personally feel about representing someone against a consumer when that company wasn't even on the referral list when this went down. And even when it did go down, I don't know if that's our
6:20
place.
a.m. This is.
You know what I'm saying? Just for future.
The
I don't
first
think
I
he was
have heard
representing
of it. 6:20 a.m.
Legacy. He was representing because he went out and looked at it.
He was representing Legacy.
No, he went out and looked at it.
I had no idea. So I feel like I'm taking the heat for something that
I just asked,
but you ultimately ended up.
I said, no, everybody, never ever do it. Ever. I'm not listening to anybody.
Okay, I just make sure I'm not taking the heat for Clint taking the initiative and helping these people.
After all the fucking shit we went through with the state, you should have known just to talk to me. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I just need to put out a fucking policy on everything we do.
It's really
the same with gifts
happening.
and shit. People are under the impression they can take fucking gifts. I never know where they got that impression. We got to have a policy, or my ass, it's called fucking unethical. No, I'm serious. I'm the one who they fucking write the article about, not Dan Miller, not Mark Major. No, seriously.
I agree you should have known, but I really thought you did because of all the other stuff that was going on.
Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only. Rex Real Estate wants you to feel safe with your home purchase. This is why.
You think they won the Legacy?
Yeah, he just about
What
had
did you
it.
tell him, by the way? You saw nothing wrong with it?
No, everything was to code. The big issue they had was that they said it was sloping toward the house.
Were you the code professional, or did they have an inspector there too?
Small claims, you don't have to prove any kind.
But you testified if this was small claims.
BBB.
No, it's BBB.
Oh, and you said it was up to code?
Yes, it was up to code. Well, there's no code on patios in Jefferson County, but the counties, the places that have code, it all has to do with the steps, not the patio. It has to do with step height, and that was right.
For like railings and stuff.
Well, for railings and everything. The big,
there's no protection.
Yeah.
There's no protection in that arbitration.
No.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meaning that
legality.
That somebody could say that you falsely represented something that was up to code and it wasn't, and it falls down and kills somebody. I'm not kidding, by the way. Therefore, repairs weren't made. I know, Tom sounds like a crazy person exaggerating, but if it can fucking happen, it happens to me. If I know anything after 40 years, it's fucking anything can happen. Anything can happen.
They're huge issues.
Wait a minute. I lost my arbitration because you said it was up to code. He would have fixed this had you not involved yourself. Guess what, Martino? You sent your fucking expert. My daughter's dead. Okay? So just so people understand, that's how it fucking happened.
A community with experts and other caregivers for practical advice, tips, and support.
Huge issues with it. He kept claiming it was sloping back toward the house.
I worry more about.
That's a good point.
We went in there representing one of our referral list members when they weren't even a member. I look at it more of a business sense. I don't like how it smells, even though there's nothing, even though you did nothing wrong. I'm saying I just don't like the smell of it.
You're free to do whatever you want. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, you're free to do it. I'm just saying it's bad form. It's bad.
This horrible disease. If you or someone you know is
Well, that's a good point. Remember that lady that?
Well, Dad said she knew nothing about it.
That lady was the same. Remember that older lady was nothing about it.
Zero.
I remember the call. I remember the call and the pictures. And I remember you going out, and the main thing we cared about is it's sloping. That's all she cared
And how it looked.
In fact, I think I took the original call.
Yeah. And I took a 4-foot level and checked it. None of the things back toward the house. It was all exactly the code. And then when I went in there, she said that I lied.
What do you think the deal was, though? If it looked good and it wasn't sloping in, why do you think they had such an issue?
It's so weird. It looks fine.
I bet you she didn't like the color that it ended up being. That's what I think she wanted. It was black, right?
Yeah, it's so dark.
I don't think it's hot. I bet you it's hot and black.
I don't know.
Ooh, that would be hot as hell.
Fuck yeah.
On 6:30.
Hell yeah.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Centeno Schultz. If you ever need stem cell therapy, please avoid wasting money with chiropractors who use amniotic fluid or other fake services. I'm serious. God, we talk to so many people who have ended up wasting their money only to find they had no relief. If you need stem cell therapy, Centeno Schultz, the original clinic, CentenoSchultz.com. They're located in 2 locations, Denver Tech Center and Broomfield, 303-963-9201. Centeno Schultz. Let's go to the phones, guys. I'm a consumer advocate. We stay on the air to help people. We sometimes help them by telling them where they went wrong, but we help those who are listening. And that is so important to me. I'm going to go in the order you've been waiting. Okay, let me get to you very quickly because it's important. Alex, what's going on with you, man? What's going on, Alex?
Hello, I'm suing a general contractor in small claims court, and I believe I've wasted $55 with the sheriff's department, who went to go serve him, and some adult there told him he moved. He has not moved, so I'm trying to find out another way to get him served.
Yeah, private process servers, or a friend who's not a party to the case.
Clear Creek Investigations on our referral list. These guys will find him. I don't care where he's at.
Okay,
yeah.
Clear Creek Investigations on their referral list.
Yeah. Clear Creek Investigations.
Okay, and then while I was waiting, Simply Floors did the carpet.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job.
Good.
And then I pull an HEV with my Nissan Armada.
Yeah.
And you answer the questions about downshifting and that type of thing.
Yeah.
All day long you get good answers.
Well, thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you're saying. Let's go back to that RV thing. You buy an RV, you're unhappy. It looks used, and it's new. Did you examine it beforehand? He said he couldn't really see it. Bottom line is this. If it's used, they're not right. If it's new, or did he buy new? What does the contract say?
I think he bought new.
He bought new. So here's the deal. If you bought new and it's not new, sue him, or we'll go after him for you. If it is new, it's new. Or are there just a few issues that piss you off we can get taken care of? What does it boil down to? How many issues, without, the story behind each one, how many issues still remain that if they were fixed, you'd be happy?
Well, I do like the trailer.
Okay.
But it does look used.
I know. I just asked, are there items that can be fixed that you'd be happy with, or do you want the whole damn thing returned?
Well, what I want is at least another refrigerator door put on there. The bottom one doesn't even latch, so if I drive down the road...
I believe you. That's why I didn't need the story. I just want to know what you want. You want a refrigerator door or refrigerator. What else, sir? What else? Give me a story. Not a story, but give me the items that would... The ones that are still making you pissed off.
That's the big one.
Okay.
I mean, there is some small issues, you know, and which makes me think it's used.
Like what? Give me some ideas. What makes you think it's used?
Like multiple little patchworks everywhere.
Well, that sucks,
probably 20 of them, you know, just little tiny things where you can
I don't know this brand from any other brand nor this company, but I will say this with an RV.
What is the brand?
I forget what he even said.
Highland Ridge.
Highland Ridge.
What about it?
Here's all I'm saying, though. Fifth Wheels RVs, even the one that I bought, Century told me, they said, listen, after a period of time, you're going to have little things. They are going to happen. They're under warranty for whatever.
Yeah, but he's saying patchwork before he even had it.
Well, I don't know what he means by, what does patchwork mean?
Yeah, what does a patchwork mean?
Little tiny pieces of Bondo. You know what I mean? Like they were just, you know, it was like it was used. It wasn't an abused trailer. It was just used.
Like pieces of Bondo where?
Right. So, like somebody lived in it. Like little tiny scrapes here. That
you know, he might be right.
Well, you can check the registration, see if it's been registered before.
Why don't you do that? That's what I would do. I would do. Do they do? They don't do a Carfax, do they? But you can get
that might be a business idea,
John,
though.
Your phone sucks, by the way, John. But listen, get a VIN number and do a search and see if it was registered before. Then get back to us. Okay, that's bottom line. Do that first. What about tire pressure, Bill? What about it?
Well, has anybody figured out a trick to get them to work right?
Nobody has. They're all sensitive and crazy, and I don't like them.
I got an email this morning that they were 29. I go out there with the pressure gauge at 32.5.
That's due to our altitude.
Yeah,
you have to set them 3 psi above what the manufacturer calls for in order to get those sensors to read properly.
How about that
at
other
5,000
gas?
feet.
Does that work?
It doesn't help. No, pressure is pressure, and our altitude will mess those sensors up.
Well, the gas on big tires, the gas does help the leak part because it's a bigger molecule. Yeah, so it does help, but like he said, it won't help give you a different pressure. It'll just maintain the pressure you have. So, Sharon, what's going on with you, Sharon?
Hello?
Hey, Sharon, what's happening?
Oh, hi there.
Hey.
We hired a contractor back in March and to redo our basement, so they did 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a main room.
Yeah.
Well, we're still not done.
All right.
Anyway, we're getting down to the end here.
Yes.
And we've been very patient.
Where'd you find the contractor?
He was referred.
Okay, and so what is the issue? How much have you paid on the contract?
The total cost was going to be like $13.
No, how much have you paid?
Oh, we have paid the balance due on the estimate. Is
how much have you paid?
I'm doing the math.
Oh, okay. All right, good. I understand. Roughly, what did you pay? Just roughly. I don't need to know the exact.
$12,000.
Okay, and how much will be due?
$1,100.
All right. So, are you afraid that for what's due, there are problems that will need to be fixed, and you don't trust them to do it?
I'm afraid I'm not. Every week I wonder if they're going to show up again.
Yeah, so are you afraid then you're not going to be able to get everything fixed that needs to be fixed for the $1,100 due? Is that what you're afraid of? That you're behind the 8 ball, they call it?
Yes, because they've screwed up. They've used a lot more time.
I get you.
And there's one more big thing that they didn't do, and I didn't even notice it till last week, but they should be on top of this, right?
Of course.
But they did not put any heat vents in the main room, and that was my main issue.
Wait a minute. Who did the heat? Who did the engineering for your heating system? In other words, is this a new addition or is this an existing room?
It's existing in the basement.
Okay, well, in the basement, it was existing, so they're ceiling vents, is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Okay.
There are one in each bedroom, but the main room where I was going to be working.
Who was your heating contractor? They should have outlined where the vents go.
Well, this guy was doing it all.
Okay, but did you add to your system, or you're just going to expand your system?
He was going to expand.
Okay, and the placement of the vents, by mere minimum, should be 1 in each room.
Exactly.
And you should also increase your return air. Did he do that?
No.
So there's no register in that room whatsoever, the big room?
No register.
Is there any return air in the basement at all?
Gosh, I've never noticed it.
Well, there better be more than just in the furnace room. Listen, if I were you, I'd call a company to come out and look and just, is that the main issue, the vents, or is there more?
Yeah, that's the main issue. And the other thing is, like, the framer didn't measure right for
all right. Then you need to do something else.
So
you really need to do something else. You need to call.
I bet 24 Fix It for that $39.
Fix It 24/7. It will come out for $39 and find any problems you have with the HVAC. Okay, $39. Say, what are my problems? List them. That's what you do for $39.
And how much to fix it?
But wait a minute, there's more. That's 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. You'll find them, and they're on the referral list. Next thing, I would call Eagle Home Investigations and have him literally inspect the basement and say, look, could you please tell me what is deficient here? Now, keep in mind that Brian is a perfectionist. So, you can go, and I don't mind that, by the way, but it depends on what level of trim and stuff you're paying for. So what I need to know is how many square feet was he doing for $12,000?
Ooh, gosh.
Roughly. How big?
1,200 maybe. 1,200, 1,500 square feet.
That's a good price.
1,200. 1,200 would be, okay, $100 a foot, right? Is that what we're talking about? Listen, what did he pull building permits?
No, and that was another thing.
Did you demand it?
He told me he pulled them, but he didn't.
Is it? Now you have a lot of reason to be suspect.
Is it on the contract,
Sharon?
No.
Sharon.
All I have is the estimate.
I think that you can safely assume permits should be pulled if they should be pulled. It's their purview, not yours. I think, unless you made a side deal. I don't know. I mean, Sharon, listen. Do you have your original contract?
Yes, I have the estimate right here.
Okay, now listen. We can have Eagle go out, but you're going to have to pay for an inspection. Or we can have one of our experts. He knows a lot. Clint can go out and look, and it's not going to be an official inspection, but he can at least give you an idea if there's some major problems. What part of the state are you in?
I'm in Colorado Springs.
Ah, crap. Oh, it's
far away. I know who will look at it for us, Moses.
Hold on. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get an expert to look at it. All right?
Thank you.
Fix It 24/7 doesn't go to the Springs.
So. No, they don't, but it doesn't matter. Moses will look at it. He'll know exactly what's going on.
He'll know about the heating, too. So hold on. We're going to get you hooked up. That's the first step, okay? Meanwhile, be gathering your contract stuff. When do you anticipate he'll be done?
Well, he said they're going to be back Monday, but I never know if they're going to show up.
Okay, do me a favor right now. Listen. Don't bug him right now, okay?
No,
because we don't want to scare him away, and we don't want... Okay, so just hang on. Suzanne, I don't know how we hook him up with Moses. Mark knows. Or let's call Moses or whatever. Okay, thanks. 303-713. Talk quickly here. Robert Brommel, a friend of ours, and he's on our referral list. Aren't you on our referral list, Robert, with Big Bear Flooring?
Hell yeah, he is.
You have a festival you want to promote tomorrow. Isn't it an auto fest?
Well, it's an auto show. It's Littleton's Auto Fest. It's sponsored by our church, Authentic Life Church.
And who goes there? What is the fest about?
It's a car show. We have about 150 cars. We've still got some openings for cars to sign up if they want to show up at 8 o'clock.
I wonder if Al goes over there from Pro Auto Care since he's in Littleton.
I don't know. I was going to drop down and see him today.
Yeah. So what can people see there?
Well, they're just cool custom cars. We're going to have some real beefy hot rods that are running down the track at Bandimere. Plus, we're also going to have just some real nice cars.
What time?
From 9 to 2, and all the proceeds go to benefit Open Arms Food Bank, so people can also bring food that they're not going to eat. We take cash donations.
You mean like canned foods and stuff, non-perishable?
Yeah, anything like that. Or if there's a box of crackers that they're not going to eat, bring it down.
Okay.
People love, we serve about 1,100 people a month there.
Okay, where is it exactly?
It's 6500 West Coal Mine Avenue, and that's basically Coal Mine and Pierce.
Coal Mine and Pierce, starting at 9. And it's auto festival, and it's for New Life. Authentic. What is it called?
Our church is called Authentic Life Church.
Okay, authenticlifechurch.com. You can find out more about it. Robert, thank you very much. We got more coming right back.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
Northbound I-25 near 84th. All but the far left lane is blocked due to that crash involving a semi. Now, tow trucks are on the scene, but there was a fuel spill involved with this crash, so big delays there due to this wreck. No estimated time when they'll have it cleared out of the way, so pack your patience if you got to travel northbound I-25 approaching 84th. Got a crash on northwestbound E-470 at 96th. Watch out for crews on the scene and some mild delays there. The weather forecast going to be smoke-filled skies once again today. Can't avoid it. Be careful out there. A high today of 89. Right now, fair haze and 81. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 630 K-How.
Get an extra 5% off purchases every day at Lowe's on items big or small when you use your Lowe's Advantage card. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Subject to credit approval and can't be combined with any other credit offers. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Americans are always on the move. They're in their car or at the office or working around the house. Americans refuse to sit still. So how do you connect with all those moving targets? Easy. With radio. Radio reaches 93% of Americans every week. More than Google, Facebook, and even television. But hey, who has time to sit and watch TV? So when you want to connect with all those constantly moving adults, teens, and millennials, get to iHeartMedia.com and put AM/FM radio to work for your company.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we've bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas.
But here's the problem.
Just for missing one.
But here's the problem.
But it wasn't the pain, it was the lack of the meds, right?
It could be both. Here's the problem. At one point, the pain will go away, and you have to wean off. If you don't, your pain receptors become so sensitive that you truly do have pain. You truly do. But because the pain's worse, it just sucks.
My belief is anxiety medications work the same way.
That's right.
Someone that
That's
takes,
exactly right. You become sensitized.
You get worse.
That's right. If you stop them, you become dependent.
Your anxiety is way off the chart.
If you can manage it without, listen, man, nobody knows pain like me, but I fucking got off those. I'll tell you, man. My problem was they didn't work for me, except in the first beginning. And then, okay, I'll just add a little. But you can't. Then all of a sudden, what the fuck? You're going to stop your heart.
Well, or you simply can't function. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And also, I'm a pilot. I don't want to take anything.
This OxyContin, for instance, most people should never be on it.
I don't think. It's really weird. In the last year, we've had calls where doctors, people that have been on it a while, the doctors won't redo their prescriptions.
Yeah, but that's because malpractice, man. If you don't wean them, if you don't give them some treatment, you're gonna hurt them, man. You can't just say I'm not renewing.
But apparently that came down from the FDA, though.
Yeah, but if this doctor ever said to him, he'd get him for abandonment of care and kill him. If your doctor said, "Sorry, Clint, you're done," Fuck that. They have to help him.
People have anything that's going to get well.
If you have an idea you want to
protect Mark Trenner, Trenner Law. Don't go to these 1-800 rip-off scam, invention, stealing, promising Yankees. Don't do it. If they tell you that they can make you rich or they're going to protect you or make you, they're going to market your invention or copyright, trademark, Mark Trenner, Trenner Law, he's the best. In fact, he's the only one we deal with on referralist.com for this, Trenner Law, Mark Trenner. He's an individual attorney, and he'll give you individual attention. Of course, he has a firm. It's called Trenner Law, 720-221-3708, 720-221-3708, Mark Trenner. Okay, you can look for him on the referral list, referralist.com. What's going on with Keith? Keith, this sounds serious. What's happening, Keith?
Hey, Tom. Thanks for taking my call here.
I hope I can help you. This sounds serious. What's going on, man?
Well, my parents filed bankruptcy 9 years ago, and it was discharged about 9 years ago.
Okay.
And they're looking to refinance their house at this point in time. It was Chapter 7. Well, come to find out, Key Bank still has the lien in place for the second mortgage from at that time.
Yes,
so
and they should, because they mortgages don't go away unless the only time it would have gone away is if at the time of bankruptcy it was stripped. That means that it was unsecured. In other words, the house went down in value. and it was, you owed more than the first, excuse me, yeah, you owed more than the house is worth on the first, the second would be considered unsecured and it would be stripped. But if it wasn't, if there was just $1 securing it, the whole thing secured, it stays there. Now, but remember this, they're off of all personal liability, but they don't just erase mortgages. Otherwise, people would go bankrupt every day. If you could buy a house and owe $500,000 and simply, you know, have a second for $500,000 and go bankrupt and it goes away, people would do it all the time. They don't go away. Your personal liability goes away, but the security is still there, which means if they want to sell the house, they still have to pay that off.
Okay. That's what I thought from everything I had read at this point in time. So, and of course, it was during that time when they were upside down.
Well, then, hold on. If they were upside down, not with the first and second, they have to be upside down with just the first. Do you understand that? Because that makes the second unsecured. If they owed $100,000, okay, and the house was worth $99,000, the second would be stripped. If they owed on the first $90,000 and the house was worth $100,000, the second would be secured no matter how much the second was.
Isn't that only in a 13 or is that in a 7 as well?
Hold on. Mark, to be honest, I don't know. I believe all unsecured debt is discharged under both. I believe. I don't think there's a difference because the whole essence of but we can find out. The whole essence of a 7 is that unsecured debt goes away. But here's something I know that's the same, okay, Keith? This is the same. Yeah. It doesn't go away from the security on the home in your case. I mean, unless they stripped it. So call the bankruptcy attorney. Maybe it was stripped.
This is another, well, and it's interesting. We have all the petition and everything, but prior to discharge, it doesn't reference that in any way whatsoever. But our bankruptcy attorney, or theirs at that time, was Kevin Hoople, who has been
Heupel, who's been disbarred, rightfully so, yes. Heupel, he used to be on the referral list for a short time, for like a minute. But Heupel, man, you want to talk about a con man, holy crap.
Right. That's my concern is that now we're dealing, and I just found that out today.
By the way, so Heupel, no. Heupel wasn't disbarred because he did bad bankruptcies. He knew the law. He knew the law. He was disbarred for something else. He was disbarred because he was literally collecting his fees after the bankruptcy. He was letting him survive in a roundabout, crazy way.
Yeah, I read some of that.
That's why most bankruptcy attorneys want to be paid up front. Or be part of a plan. They do not want to go, but he would take, the reason he got so much business is people didn't have to save up money to go to him. They could go to him right away, put a little money down, and he'd collect after the bankruptcy, which makes him a preferred creditor, and he was breaking all kinds of laws. So listen, let's talk about this, okay? What I want you to do is call Wink and Wink, 303-410-1720.
Okay.
303-410-1720, winkandwink.com. Call them and say, Tom told me to call, and give them the case number. They will tell you they'll tell you in a heartbeat the status of the second.
Okay.
All right?
That sounds
Tell
good.
them I told you to call because I don't want, that's what our referral list is about. It's a community of people helping people. I hope you get it. That's what it's about. Referralist.com, people helping people. Help information referrals. That's okay. Now, Craig, welcome. What's going on, Craig?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Great. Love your show.
Thanks, man. What's happening?
I just had a question about, have you ever heard of a waterless water closet in residential plumbing?
Not in residential. Obviously, they're all over in commercial. Do they make them for residential now?
I don't know. I hadn't heard of it before.
Well, did you hear about it now? Is that why you're calling us?
Just for information. I've got toilets, every place in the house that you could realistically use one of those.
But what's the benefit?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, here's the benefit, okay? The benefit of a tankless flusher, a tankless toilet, the benefit is you never have to worry about a flapper valve. You never have to worry about a tank leaking. You never have to worry about all the little, the handles and all the crap. It's a little, the toilet is a very simple contraption. The handle has a linkage, has a chain, it pulls, and the floater and all of that crap. You never have to worry about that. That's what it does away with. But I believe one of the reasons you don't see them, as well as urinals, is because it requires a lot of pressure.
Oh.
That's why I think you don't see them. I'm not saying they can't be adapted. In fact, if you really want to know, rather than just having a pleasant conversation and me giving you my opinion, do you want us to literally call and find out for you? We will. You don't even have to hold. You can listen.
Okay, I'll just listen.
All right, Deputy Clint, you want to call Plumline Services or call Fix It 24/7, either one, and ask them if people can get those commercial flush toilets without the tank in their home or a variation of it. Let's find out for you. 303-713-TALK. Jennifer. What's going on, Jennifer, with your Acura?
Hey, so in 2015, I had an issue where my battery kept draining, and I kept blaming it on the kids leaving lights on. But what it turned out to be is the Bluetooth drains the battery. So I finally, once I figured out that it was not the kids, I bring it into Cooney Honda, and they replaced the Bluetooth. It was about $400, but they.
Why was it draining the battery?
I don't know. It seems to be a common issue with Acuras, and it seems to be like the 07 through either 2015.
This is correct, yes.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tom Maggio, hands-on auto tech. So it's searching for a connection,
It
right?
will stay on, try hunting for things, and
in the
it'll
find mode.
cause the radio to stay on. And
Does
drain
it
the battery.
happen with more than just Acura, do you know?
Well, this is similar things can happen to other vehicles, not necessarily the Bluetooth, but other computers can remain on for different reasons. And and it can be difficult to find and repair sometimes.
Isn't there a kill switch we can do for everything? Isn't there? If we literally had a switch that killed the battery power, wouldn't it just save everything?
It's a good question. Some vehicles do have a built-in battery saver relay where when it does drop below, let's say 11 volts, it will disconnect so that when you go and put the key in, it'll come back to life and you're not dead somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Yep. So some manufacturers do that, not all, though.
Anyway, what's the purpose of the call, Jennifer?
Well, I just wanted the people to know that there's an easy fix to this.
What is it?
I finally Googled it.
What is it?
What you need to do is you open the center console and then you pull off the panel where, like, the back passenger heat and air controllers and vents are. And all you need to do is disconnect that wire. Because, like, I don't ever use the Bluetooth in the car.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be an option for people who do use it, though. I use Bluetooth all the time. But I see what you're saying, though. That's good. That's cool. Those listening to the podcast, you're going to love it. Okay, Bradley, what's going on, Bradley?
Hey.
Oh, I got to take a break. Hold on, Bradley. I'll come right back to you, bro.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons.
Presets for your battery.
I know. Oh, no, some of those have internal batteries. Oh, really?
Yeah, home equity loans, everything, Chapter 7, man, they're there. You cannot strip them.
What if it's
13 you can.
What if it's unsecured?
It's unsecured?
Yeah, meaning what if it drops below the value of the first? That's what I'm talking about.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It used to be that way. A lot of people, it says in 05, 08, were doing 7 stripping it because the house values were so far down, knowing that the house values were going to be way up.
So easy to blame Daphne when she's not up here to defend herself. Oh, dear Daphne, under us.
No one blames
I didn't understand. Oh, and then Tom said, Daphne said she knew nothing about it. I said, I did not
No, but
say
I'm
that.
saying no one blamed you. I don't think Clint blamed
you guys shit.
Clint said that you knew that he was going there.
Yes,
That's all he said.
I did know he was going there, and I told Tom.
Why did you set that whole thing up?
Yeah, exactly.
But not
I'm like,
smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on
so did you get the email I sent you? Let me ask you that.
Invites qualified candidates to
I don't know. I saw the email. I didn't look at it.
ZipRecruiter finds you.
I'm right here. Look at it. I have to leave right after the show. So why?
I don't know what you mean by the
Why
deal.
is this deal, this radon mitigation deal, right smack in the middle of general buying and selling?
Troubles on I-25 up north.
I don't know what you mean by general buying and selling.
I was on the same thing.
Now where? Now where?
Where I took you before. Go to home, go to categories, choose legal, finance, and choose real estate.
Northbound I-25 near 225. Looks like just the far left lane getting by.
And Frank was not showing up, but if you go down, see now, of course it's not. Yeah, it was right in the middle of it. That's why I took a picture of it so you could see. It was above Axiom, and it was a deal. And you know who told me that?
Deals can show up like that. I don't think
they can pop up in the middle of things.
If they're relevant, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. And that's what I said to her, and it was Deb that brought it to my attention, and I said, oh, I haven't seen this before. I said, let me talk to Mark about it.
Yeah,
so this is me talking to you about it.
Yeah, you should have a, that's why people should have deals listed.
From pencils to laptops and
They search transmissions, and there's a transmission deal. His deal will show up, just like Budget A1 and Kimmer, and everybody will show up, but the deal will show up.
I just didn't know the deals were showing up.
Has she gone over that stuff with you?
I just didn't know the deals were showing up in the middle of the pages. That was my surprise.
Yeah, which is kind of cool if you think about it, because if you should create a deal, because then they're really going to have two listings. And your thing, you would see your...
When you have 10 minutes and you're in front of a computer,
she'll show you how to make a deal.
just give me a call.
And then do 50% off. And you can even say only for the first 10. You can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Just like you normally would on air.
Yeah, or if you come early one Friday, you can go through it before or after, just not today.
Here's what it says, Thomas.
It says,
many homeowners who sought fresh start under bankruptcy code were surprised to learn that in 2005 the amendments to the code meant they could no longer file a Chapter 7 liquidation.
6136, extension 102. Yeah, I gave you the radio show.
I'm reading you the wrong part.
And you,
what about my home equity line?
Just give me a call.
Historically, home equity lenders would typically lend the difference between a homeowner's first mortgage balance, 80–85%, leaving 15 to 25%. As reckless as it may seem in hindsight, some lenders were certain the values would increase, blah, blah, blah. In these cases, a home equity lender is left with, in practical terms, is a worthless lien. Nevertheless, as with the first mortgage, the home equity line also remains valid after a Chapter 7 discharge.
YourMoneyYourRetirement.com.
The equity lender may therefore choose to foreclose if the equity loan or line is not paid, or it can recover some of its money through the sale of its home.
Yeah, but
or it can elect just to leave it in place, knowing that it might go up in value.
Okay. But prior, does that say fully secured? Does that say, excuse me, partially secured or fully unsecured? Like
I know what you're saying. It's saying it doesn't matter. In a 13.
Why would they allow that though? And it doesn't make sense to me why they would.
Because they discuss this in here a little bit. Because generally speaking, homes go up, and they might have that equity 4 years from now.
No, but I'm talking about with a 13. Why don't they reason that way?
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you.
Well, it doesn't make sense.
That I couldn't tell you.
I think I had this discussion. Wait a minute. See if you remember this. I think I had that discussion with Gigi because it didn't make sense to me. And she goes, I said, why? And she said, because the law says it. I think she said that.
That's probably why.
I think we had this discussion the last time she was here. And I think she literally said that's because that's the way the law is written.
It used to be different, though. Well, you know what they did. The banks got lobbyists.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. So Mark searched
Chapter 7 bankruptcy. It appears that even if a Chapter 7, if a home equity line or a second deed of trust, a second mortgage, as they say, is worthless because the house went down in value, the lien still stays on there with a Chapter 7, not with a 13. For the love of me, I have no idea why the hell.
Here's what I found. It virtually says this. If you file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you cannot get rid of a second mortgage, home equity line of credit, or home equity loans, period, end of story.
Yeah. But it does, you do get rid of the personal liability. The only thing they have is the property, meaning if you sell the property, the proceeds must go to them.
Now, it used to be different. It says here that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals is where where it changed. It doesn't say what year, but at one point you
now,
could.
When you say it changed with the Court of Appeals, then we're talking about a court precedent, common law,
That's
as
right.
opposed to legislative law.
Yeah,
And
so it's how they read it.
And for those listening, common law is set by courts and prior decisions. When those decisions are upheld enough, it becomes common law.
If you think about it, though, if you lent someone money on the equity in their house as a second, just because they spent it and did bankruptcy, technically, most likely that house will go up in value. You could get repaid at some point. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Bradley, what's happening? Bradley?
Hey, I'm here.
Man. What's going on, man?
Great show.
Thank you.
Great show. Thank you for being on. Hey, I've got a couple of just two lame questions. I'm mechanically challenged big time. I have a 96 Bounder A-Class Fleetwood Bounder RV.
I remember Bounders.
They still got them. They're still coming out with them. It's a P30 Chevy engine, 454 V8. It's got 53,000 miles on it. It's carrying about 15,000.
How many miles on it, sir?
53.
Okay.
It's carrying about 15,000 gross weight for the RV. My question is, we took it on a trip. It ran fine, but when we were pulled a lot of hills. Okay, it was summer, and pulled a lot of hills. And when I'm going uphill, man, that thing shifts down, 2 or 3 times to where it goes from 2,000 RPMs, which is cruise for me, to about 3,500, 3,800 RPM to pull the hills. And all I want to know is, should I be avoiding hills? I mean, is that killing the engine to shift down and go 45 miles an hour at 3,500 RPMs to get that thing up the hill?
Hold on. It's not redlining.
No.
Okay.
And specifically at that kind of RPM, I mean, you're definitely not hurting anything. If anything, when it drops down to third or second, whatever gear it's in, you might actually want to pull the lever into that manual selection. That'll actually bring on what's called the coast clutches inside the transmission, help reduce temperatures a little bit, and eases up some of the pressure on some of the mechanical parts like the sprags. Likewise, you won't have to hold your foot so deep into the throttle in order to maintain that speed. You can actually back out of the throttle a little bit because it's not going to try to upshift when it recognizes that TPS backing off.
So what does it do? The first thing you said, it pulls in what? To the coach?
The idle, you said something? The coast
turns on coast clutches. Those are inside the transmission, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm actually running on cruise control, and it shifts down automatically on the cruise control. I just get worried when it pops up to 3,500 RPMs and is working like that. I'm going, am I killing this engine?
What are the temps doing? All the other stuff doing well?
They're going from straight up and down midline to about 1 o'clock past midline.
Oh, that's
far
fine.
From the red line.
But yeah, so there's, I think RPM in general, Jeff. I think I think more engines are ruined by lugging than by over revving.
Definitely.
Right?
Without a doubt.
Now, I'm not saying either one is good, but you would be surprised how many people lug engines, and especially manual transmission people, because they don't shift. They shift too soon. They lug. They're afraid to hear their engine whine. And then you have the other extreme. But you should take control of your engine or your transmission if it's not smart enough. But aren't most transmissions pretty damn smart?
Oh, yeah, and that's the 480E that's in there, and I assure you, Chevy is watching to make sure they're not floating valves and blown motors. 3,500 RPM, you are definitely not over where you need to be.
Take it this way. If you look at an aircraft engine that are reciprocating gasoline engines, they're always running high RPM. Always. I mean, like crazy. And so it's like weird that we don't recognize the ability of our cars to do that. I mean, you can take advantage in a car engine of gearing and of flat driving, but it's because you're not fighting 4 forces. You're fighting, just drag. That's it. Period. One force and a little bit of gravity. But it's amazing to me though how much abuse engines can take.
Or a transmission.
It's amazing. 100%. And quite frankly, that transmission's more likely to go than the engine. I mean, that's going to be your weak link inside that drivetrain.
Really? Okay, never thought of that. But certainly with engines, the RPM gauge can certainly be trusted. If anything, I think they're conservative.
Oh, yeah.
And like I say, if you pull it down into the manual selection, not only are you pulling on extra components, you can actually back out of the throttle, conserve a little bit of fuel, even though you're actually at the higher RPM, because it's not going to try to upshift.
It's more efficient. 303-713-TALK.
I got to clarify this loan stripping.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by this, but the 11th Circuit, I had it a little wrong here. If you live in the 11th Circuit, which is basically Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, then you have a chance of stripping it. If you live anywhere else under a Chapter 7, you're not going to strip it.
Why, Mark?
I don't know. I started thinking about it logically.
Why?
If it's below something, why wouldn't they write it off at that point like any other debt?
If it's unsecured. That's the whole point.
But that's not the way it goes. In a 13, it's pretty much the same around the country. But in a 7, unless if you live in the 11th Circuit, then you're not going to strip it. I find that fascinating because it's federal law. Shouldn't it be the same from every circuit?
You know, I see what you're saying. Also, think about this. In Texas, home equity is protected.
Yep.
No matter what.
It's a, what do they call it, a homestead?
So, yeah, we have homestead too, but not that much. And it's 100% in Texas. So, you remember the guys from that, what was that crooked company, that energy company? God, it was years ago. The biggest
Enron.
Enron, right. These executives bought multi-million-dollar homes and paid them off.
And they couldn't touch them.
From day one. From day one, that money was sheltered.
It's got to be a primary residence,
Isn't that
right?
the same thing in Florida?
I don't know. I actually don't know. But it has to be a primary residence, and it has to be, well, no, that's it, period. I mean, can you imagine having that home?
$5 million home, and you owe $3 million, they can't touch you.
They can't touch you, and it's paid off. 303-713-8255. Tom, what's going on, Tom?
Not a lot, Tom. I was just wondering, we just picked up a 2014 Dodge Durango.
I like those cars. I like them.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. It's got a Hemi, and it's got the 8-speed transmission in it.
Wow.
We had it about 2 days, tooling around on 470. At Vandermeer, the temperature got up to about 263, the transmission temp.
But where was it in the arc?
263, that thing's melting down.
I mean,
and
that had to be yellow and red, right?
In the arc that's in the transmission temp gauge, it's about 3/4 of the way over to the H. So we pulled over, shut it down, got it home, got it into the shop. They said the T-case, or the transfer case, had a little bit of a problem. They replaced the transfer case. We picked it back up, driving it back home, right back up to 257.
That's too high.
Yeah, it's
Why?
too high.
Why?
Yeah, I'd have to take a look. Take a look at it. Obviously, also to make sure that those temps are actually getting there, and you're not getting a false reading.
Okay, it could be. So, but really.
But at 263 degrees, that transmission does not long for the.
Tom, Tom, listen, man, you got to just get it checked. There's nothing he can tell you like other than get it checked. Did you get the gauge checked?
So we took it back into the Dodge dealer and they said they put a brand new transfer case in it.
But did you ever check the gauge?
Was that under warranty?
It is. I've got 61 days left on the warranty.
All right, good. Bring it into Jeff. Let him look at it. Then you can go back to the dealer with information. But did you ever check the gauge?
I don't believe they did.
All right, that's one of the first things you do. 303-713-8255.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
Troubles in the tech center. Got a crash northbound I-25 just north of Bellevue, blocking all but the left 2 lanes of the highway. It involves a motorcycle. Watch out for rescue vehicles and police on the scene. Solid backups now coming out of the tech center, so if you can, use an alternate route for now. Still clearing out that crash on northbound I-25 after 84th. The crash is gone, but there was a fuel spill. That's why it's taking so long to get the lanes open there. And also troubles on the toll road due to a crash E470 there. That's at 96th. The weather forecast. Smoky-filled skies today with a high of 89, right?
Watch, I looked at the temps. Temps are perfect. I looked at everything. So I just landed in the field, just sensor, and went, turned on the master switch, went back, did that, and went, this is the wire.
That sucks, though.
Yeah, it's easy fix. So
yeah, I know, but God, man, that's just like it's got to. I know you've been a pilot. That's what I
But
think.
here's the deal, though. I immediately looked to I knew there was nothing wrong. Just the temperature remained.
Yeah, that would change immediately.
The temperature would start doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How long do you if that pump actually went out?
If it really went out.
10 minutes
in a turbine. I mean, it's the same as any engine. I'm not the same. It'd be a little quicker. But what do I have? If it truly had no pressure, 30 seconds to a minute, right?
Fuck. Well, I thought you ran a car once with that, especially the oil and stuff.
It's a helicopter, though. He's not putting that shit in there.
It ran a long time and stuff.
Oh, but remember this CLM with that yeah. That was with a car, but we had a functioning oil pump too. Okay. Think about that, because you even have, if you have just residual fluid, nothing. If it's under pressure, it's a lot better than.
Yeah. Because oil level is not.
If you have a functioning oil pipe, you lose pressure, you have no longer have a functioning oil pump.
That's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. It's still spinning though. I don't know about this though. No pressure in a turbine. How long would it take to engine failure? If you truly had
turbine?
Zero pressure. Those fuckers are hot and fast.
I wouldn't think you'd have much time at all.
Maybe 30 seconds tops.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be pretty though.
Would you cut the engine?
It doesn't seize.
What would you do? Would you cut the engine and free fall down?
Yeah. If I saw that temperature, just so much.
Your oil goes down and it's starting to do this. Do you kill the engine?
Oh yeah, and then I don't ruin the engine.
That's what I mean.
I kill the engine and just and auto ram.
And auto terrified.
And because I would, but I watched it and it stayed. I'm thinking, okay. As soon as it moves, I'll land. So I lined up and landed. I landed anyway, but I meant as soon as it does, I turn the engine off. But I didn't have to.
One of our volunteers flies around a prominent family here in a corporate jet. When he's at altitude, if both engines went out, this is fucking unbelievable. He's got 45 minutes, and think of how many miles that is, to find a place with no engines.
200 miles.
200 miles in 45 minutes, no engines. That's how much time he has to find an airport.
Remember the 1,000 feet, you'd have average airplane, you have 7 square miles.
What's this is a giant, he's up at 30 something.
Yeah. Can you imagine though? 45 minutes.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ty wants to talk about unsecured debts with a bankruptcy. We had quite a discussion between the 7 and the 13. What is your input, Ty?
Okay, so I have like $45,000 in debt, in unsecured debt.
Yes.
And I want some advice to know if should I file for bankruptcy?
What is your unsecured debt?
Like from loans, unsecured loans.
Like what? From a friend or from a bank?
No, from Wells Fargo.
All right, listen. If you have unsecured debts of $45,000, and you ask should you declare bankruptcy, I would say no. I mean, unless there's a reason. In other words, I don't have enough information. If you're making $1 million a year, no. I mean, what is the situation in addition to the debt?
Well, it's nothing because I own for 3-4 years already, and they keep mail me letters.
Wait. You've never made any payments on it?
No, at first I was like 3 years ago I did.
Yeah.
Then I stopped because I'm low on money. I don't have money to keep paying.
So you don't work? You don't work?
I work.
So they never tried to garnish wages? They never got a judgment? They never pursued collection?
Never.
Never. There's income limits. How much do you make right now? You can't even file a Chapter 7 if you make too much. What's your income?
You do us 13. What is the income?
Like $45,000.
Just you, or do you have kids and a wife, or what?
I think he's fine to file, but here's the deal.
50,000, single earner, Colorado.
Yeah, but there are some other factors.
Oh, there's lots of other factors.
Ty, listen. Let's say you're eligible to file. That doesn't mean you should. Do you realize they lose their inability to get a judgment 6 years? How long has it been since they were due?
Like since 2015.
Oh, so you got 3 more years before they go away. You might just want to see. Why would you file bankruptcy yet? Are they affecting your credit?
Oh yeah, it did already. We used to have all these debt because 3 years ago I had an 800 score of credit. And then after I got these debt, now it's down to 500.
Well, hold on. So all of a sudden they started reporting them?
Yeah.
Why?
No. No, I'm saying when I used to have aim at school, that's why they gave me all these money. They gave all this money.
I understand. That's why you got the unsecured debts. Okay, why did you not, when you took out these unsecured loans, these signature loans, why did you do it?
Because I was a fool, I guess, because I felt I had good credit. So,
I mean, what was the money for? What did you use it for?
Yeah, just to spend. That's it. Yeah.
Huh?
Just to spend.
Okay.
For leisure.
Poker.
Okay. That's weird. I mean, unsecured. Usually people get credit cards and stuff. I'm not sure why you took loans out. So you spent cash as opposed to credit cards. Do you have credit card debt?
No.
But you're making money. They're not bugging you. They don't have judgments. There's no pressure on you. Right?
Well, one of the debt was a $7,000 debt.
Yeah.
And they hire it wasn't Wells Fargo, but it was another company, and they hire an attorney to went after me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then then I went to court.
Yeah.
And I told the court that I'm gonna fight the attorney, this and that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do when I go to court.
Oh, yeah. Then you may want to talk to Wink and Wink. WinkandWink.com, 303-410-1720. That's Mike and Gigi Wink, 303-410-1720. Ken, welcome. What's going on, Ken?
I'd like to know about oil.
Yes, what about it?
I get oil changes. I had 5 of them on a car a couple years old.
Yeah.
And twice they use regular oil. Other times they use synthetic. You're not supposed to jump between synthetic and regular, are you?
That's a myth. Yeah. That's wrong.
No, that won't hurt the car. It just, I heard the reason you don't do it is because the synthetics clean so well that if you had old, deposits that are helping compression, that can be stripped away. Guys, what do you think about that part?
No, I think that's a myth too. No, it stems from true synthetic oil that's laboratory made, which is like $25 a quart, which nobody puts in a regular car. You don't want to switch from that to regular oil.
Why?
But, it changes the structure of the seals, and when you switch back, you'll have leaks and such. But nobody's getting that at a regular general automotive repair shop.
Well, what happens? Hold on. AMSOIL says they're 100% synthetic. Are they or not?
If it's $30 a quart, that's possible.
But what do they mean by 100% synthetic if it's not 100% synthetic?
I think AMSOIL
it's a marketing ploy. They can't say that in Europe, but in America, marketing standards are more relaxed, so they can.
I don't know.
Say it's a true synthetic.
Yeah. I see Valvoline 0.20 for $25 a gallon. 5 quarts.
Yeah, that's not a full synthetic motor. That's still cut from the dinosaurs. It just has better additives in it, which they're allowed then to call it synthetic.
I never thought of that. So you're saying a full synthetic oil are marketed as, like Mobil 1. Is Mobil 1 fully synthetic?
No, it's not man-made in the laboratory.
It's just got the packages.
It just has the additional packages.
It says here, okay, go ahead. I mean,
I just bought a Honda, and they said it's synthetic. $90 an oil change. So they're probably using this Valvoline 0.20 more than likely.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, so you recommend that I stay with that?
I think it's a better product, but you can switch back and forth as much as you want.
Okay, it's not.
We can discuss this another time, but they're saying AMSOIL is 100%, but who knows? We'll look at it. I don't know. Anyway, 303-7... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give my number. We're out of time. Don't forget Kimmer Transmission or up north in Longmont, Hands On Auto Tech. Great people. And referralist.com. Remember, save all your problems for me.
If you've suffered a serious personal injury, the last thing you...
Either one of them.
Okay. I never thought of that before in the synthetic.
AMSOIL is a true synthetic.
Fix it? Yeah, but it's 20 to 30 bucks a ton.
Right. Yeah.
But you don't think
I know for a fact they have conventional.
How come they can say it?
They say full synthetic.
They fucking literally say full synthetic.
Well, they don't say 100%, so maybe that's the...
Oh, that's true. Maybe they mean full synthetic additive package.
A 485.
That's interesting. I've had AMSOIL so hard to buy too. You gotta buy it everywhere.
485.
AMSOIL, Royal Purple, Redline, Jeffrey Miller. These are true synthetics.
So basically, the way GM did it was. There is people that swear by their